All right. So we got comments on here. We got everything set up. Justin, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Good. So I haven't done a watch party in a long time, and this is the first game I've watched from this chair this year.
This chair? Do you normally do it from this chair?
Last season and the season before that, I watched every single game from one of these chairs. And this year, I've been doing highlights for each pitcher. So I've been recording like every pitch they throw.
Right.
I just have to sit at the other, and then by the time that's done, I got to start preparing the end of the show.
Right.
So it's like I just stay in there now, and I wear my headphones. Apple headphones are really good for watching games on Apple devices because you get the surround sound.
Angling for that Apple sponsorship there?
Yeah. I don't think Apple sponsors.
Apple, if you're listening.
Yeah, Apple, give me money.
Apple, give me free things.
I wish I had set up some sound effects and stuff. I just didn't have the bandwidth to do it. So we're just going to have to make our own sound effects. You know, like the guy from...
Michael Winslow?
Michael Winslow from the Police Academy movie.
Yeah, and Spaceballs. You ever seen the Spaceballs?
I've seen Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is great.
Yeah, Spaceballs is one of those movies that every once in a while it'll play it like one of those downtown movies.
Oh, yeah.
Movies, and I always go.
I own it, so I don't have to do that. So I don't have to go anywhere.
I think I own it too, but like it's just fun to watch on the big screen. So how many baseball games have you watched this year?
Parts of 3. It's early in the season, and I've been like watching NBA playoffs, or we've been watching The Shrink Next Door on Apple TV. Apple.
Oh, people are saying my mic is turned off.
Oh,
so, hang on. Testing. It's showing as.
Is my mic off? Maybe.
Let's see. Testing.
Test. Testes.
I'm looking for. I'm seeing the sounds.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're seeing it. What if you like watched your own stream?
That's weird. Yeah, let me.
Yeah, there you go. Very meta.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody's saying my mic isn't working. All right, let me just fix it real quick.
I'll pull up the stream.
So I'm getting my mic.
What about me?
I'm seeing it light up.
Yeah, it's lighting up. That doesn't mean it's working, though.
It said both of you are good now. Okay, you're good. Okay, we're good. Cool. All right, well.
Great. They just missed all the important things we had to say.
Yeah.
We said so many good things.
You know.
Well, I don't even remember what I was saying about the meaning of life.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just solved quantum gravity.
Yeah, I did, and I just completely forgot. Well, I guess that's it.
So, guys, this is Justin. We got another podcast. It's called We Are the Dudes.
The Dudes.
And we do it pretty much every Sunday, maybe sometimes every other Sunday. I only bought enough space for about 3 episodes a month. so we kind of alternate like when we run out of room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go ahead and subscribe to that. It's available on the Stream Ski Media YouTube channel. The link is in the description. It's a lot of movie talk. It's a lot of TV shows and a lot of Batman. I feel like we've gotten into Batman 3 or 4 times already.
We have.
In 7 episodes.
It's almost like we have an unhealthy obsession.
I feel like for 2 40-plus-year-old men, we watch a disproportionate amount of Batman.
It's a little sad.
It is.
It's a little sad. One year I went, for Halloween, I went as homeless Batman. We'll fight crime for food.
Yeah. Actually, I do. I think I remember you coming to my house for that. You had the
and like the mask was real pathetic and like anyway, yeah. So we got a Brooklyn Nets fan out there. So
who's your team? I know you're a Duke fan for college.
I mean, you know what? Like NBA, I usually am like it's interesting because I'm more player centric, right? So I love LeBron. So whatever team he's on, I'm usually pulling him for.
Yeah.
I'm really liking Wemby. Wemby's looking good.
Yeah.
Not a Spurs fan yet because they're pretty trash. But I just like watching individual players, individual teams, teams that move the ball well. Like Warriors, I didn't like how much they won, but they moved the ball really well. But yeah.
I tend to watch like high profile games. So like
Yeah.
if there's a big game being promoted that week, like, I'll turn that on. And like you, I try and follow LeBron, like the big players.
Yeah.
If there's a big rookie making his debut, that type of thing. But I want to get into a team. Like I want to follow the Knicks. But I also don't have like the bandwidth for another team because I follow the
Yeah.
Yankees so hard that like even during the off season, I'm digging into everything and doing shows and stuff. So it's tough.
Well, it's a good time to be on the Knicks bandwagon because they're actually good now. Like
I hear ya.
they used to be like either terrible to mediocre for a while.
Yeah.
So
I like watching Brunson, and I play with the Knicks in NBA 2K, which you're aware of, because I just destroyed you with them for a half.
You
couple
did.
Weeks ago,
And then what happened?
and then you fucked me up.
I was like, what is going on here? Why am I losing? Oh, I don't know what to do. I know what to do. So, yeah.
All right, Nasty Nestor. So first pitch foul away. So Nestor is one of those guys. Doesn't throw super hard, 92 to 94. He'll do like this little shimmy thing on the mound where he'll try and throw the batter's timing off and stuff like that. Hey, did you know we had tickets for this game? We have tickets for this game.
Hey, why aren't we there?
So last year we got tickets to go to a game in September. It got rained out, and then today was the makeup day. And I forgot to trade in the tickets for anything else. I got the email this morning like, hey, you should check in for the, I'm like, oh, shit.
That sucks.
So it's all right. But we're going to go catch a game later this fall. Maybe September sometime. Got Max Goodman coming on tonight at 8:30. We got Terrence Kemp coming on tomorrow as a ground ball to second base. And I believe that's Jahmai Jones. Just made the play. That's his first start this season. Gleyber Torres out of the lineup. We got Trent Grisham in center field, so no Giancarlo Stanton today. Aaron Judge is filling in at DH. Austin Wells behind the plate. It's been Jose Trevino a lot lately. He's been swinging the bat well. We need to get Austin Wells going.
He's a solid player. Been around
got a good
few
swing.
Years, yeah.
So Cutter from
The
from
Rays
Nestor.
have been kind of mediocre this year. They haven't been the Rays of old.
Well, you heard about what happened to their star shortstop from last year, right? Wander
Yeah, we all
Franco?
heard about that.
He's going to be on death row, probably.
Yeah, well,
and then
he's going to be in prison, not on death row, but
Yeah.
he will be like in danger.
He's going to wish he was on death
He's going to
row.
wish, yeah. They don't like
No,
minor violators.
in prison. No.
Yeah.
Good pitch from Nestor. Gets a strikeout. 93 up and away to Arozarena. Sia. So there's another guy, Shane McClanahan, a left-handed pitcher who's been out for the season. Tommy John surgery. One of their better pitchers. So they're just a little bit racked by unexpected roster problems.
Right. What's Garrett Cole's status these days?
So he's starting to throw. Like he's getting
Yeah.
ready to come back. They're saying probably early June. He's throwing from 75 feet, like long toss.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go from 75 to 90 feet. And then it would pop up to right field. Nice, easy play from Mr. Soto.
gosh.
Makes the catch. And
Throw it
chucks
into
the
the-
ball out of the stadium.
Oh, this one died.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, if a fan does that and somebody's, like, looking the other way, like, hey, Charlie, look at this picture on my phone. And then they get, like, decked in the head. Like, can they sue the team?
There was that lady at it was I don't think you no, it was the Red Sox game I was at with my son, and there was a lady just hanging out in the bleachers. We went to batting practice, and she got pegged in the leg by a fly ball out there. So yeah, you definitely got to keep your head on a swivel out there.
Yeah. So there was a guy in Texas, and he was there with his kid, and Josh Hamilton threw him a ball, and he fell out of the stands and died.
Yeah.
And then I was at a game in Atlanta where a guy ran up to boo A-Rod and went right over the top and died.
I think A-Rod put a hit on him.
Yeah. I was also standing in line one time at the Durham Bulls Park opening day. I used to cover the Durham Bulls for this magazine called Rays Digest. And I stopped when I got Cece, the dog, because she was a puppy and she needed all that time, and Cece just left us. But anyway, I was waiting in line to get into the game, and a dude dropped dead right next to me. So,
Man, you are like
where I go.
Are you death?
I bring death.
Are you the death bringer?
I'm like one of those vampires. I just suck the life out of people.
Yeah. I worked with a guy who I I guess he was a big Red Sox fan, and as a kid, he went and saw a Red Sox game, and Jim Rice hit a line shot into the crowd, and pegged him in the head as a kid, and like he had to go like get surgery and stuff. It's pretty serious, and I guess he met Jim Rice after that because Jim Rice felt bad about almost killing a kid. But yeah, that's his claim to fame. Still remained a Red Sox fan.
Ugh. So Zach Eflin on the mound for the Rays. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's got a cutter, 4.63 ERA this year. If the cutter's not breaking good, the Yankees are going to be all over him. And if they get all over him, the Rays bullpen is not great, so they'll mail it in middle game of the series. So let's just hope that the Yankees can get to him early. First pitch to Volpe's outside. Volpe's having an unbelievable year. Have you been following what he's doing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't follow it real closely, but I kind of check it out every now and then and just see how everybody's doing.
324 average through the first 19 games.
So he's becoming what he was
should have
promised.
been. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about prospects, right? Like sometimes they come up and like you're like, oh yeah, like what was his name? Brian Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not.
Billy Hamilton. Maybe.
No. Think of the Brian Taylor.
Brian Taylor. Oh,
Brian
yeah.
Taylor.
So Taylor never even made the major leagues.
No.
He got in that bar fight, tore his labrum. Once you tear the labrum, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Billy Hamilton was interesting. He basically was who we thought he was going to be, just a really fast dude, right?
Who didn't do much with the bat, but could be dangerous if he got on base.
Yeah.
You know, if he could hit at all, he would have been a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. All right, soft ground out there to the second baseman.
Curtis Mead. So, all right, let's talk about some stuff because folks who are watching this, some of them might be familiar with our podcast, but judging by the numbers, most of them are not.
Well, we don't really promote it.
Yeah, we don't really promote it.
Yeah.
We just started like a couple months ago, and this is really the first real promotion we've done. So we talk movies a lot. We just watched a couple of movies that we suggested to each other. So did you? I'm hoping you watched Uncut.
I did not yet because when we were supposed to watch it, and then you said, "Oh, we're not going to record this week," so I was like, "All right, I'll hold off."
So you still haven't seen it?
No, but we'll see that. I'll see that soon. We can talk about the one we did just watch though.
Okay, so you want to talk
Civil War? Yeah.
Yeah. So we went and saw Civil War on Thursday, the Yankees off day. Bit of a slow burn, really, for the first, I'd say 80% of it. I was actually kind of disappointed for the first like half, but then I thought it picked up steam.
It definitely picked up steam.
Hypothetical world where there's a civil war going on in America, and there's like they're following war photographers, like a veteran war photographer and kind of like a rookie war photographer as Juan Soto, 1-2 count. Rips it to right field. Get down. That's a base hit. He's unbelievable.
He just like threw his hands out, man. He didn't even like put a full swing on that and just roped it.
So we're getting questions. Best A24 movie. So that was an A24 movie.
It
so
was.
We should talk about A24 movies. I contend it's Uncut Gems, which
I haven't seen that yet, but I will see it. I believe the Green Room was also
Green Room was top 5 of A24s. There's a great one that just came out called Past Lives. It's not really like it's a foreign movie, and it's kind of slow or whatever. But I was really into it.
All right, let's see who else is in the A24 categories. So a lot of horror movies. They do a lot of horror movies. And honestly, Civil War had a lot of horror elements.
It had some horror themes.
Like when they're kind of like in the building and like they run across the soldier that's injured, right?
Yeah.
That was very much like jump scare type of getting ready for that type of thing, right?
Pits full of bodies,
Pits full of bodies, but like they're it's all dark and you hear like this moaning. Kind of like I don't know if you've ever played Last of Us or like you hear the zombies kind of just like crying out and stuff, and like that kind of horror stuff.
Yeah, Last of Us. I just watched the show The Last of Us. I thought it was great.
Show's great, yeah. So Midsummer was one that A24 did. I didn't see any of the horror movies. Hereditary, I didn't see that. Dream Scenario, of course, we'd covered that.
Love that. We did a podcast on that again. Check out We're the Dudes as Judge strikes out. Judge's off to a tough start.
Yeah.
Hitting 189 before that.
189, man. Ex Machina, one of my favorites.
That's a great one.
Great one.
About the rise of AI. So one great scene, and the way it is portrayed, I think is great. So they talk about how if something laughs when nobody's around or smiles when nobody's there to see it or whatever, then it's like conscious, it's awake. And at the end, when the robot kills basically everybody, it like smiles to itself, you know, which to show like, it's sentient now.
Yeah, it's aware. Let's see. Seen a lot of movies I haven't seen or heard of. They do a lot of movies, man.
I actually never saw Midsummer. I saw Moonlight. That was good. Somebody says Moonlight.
Yeah, Moonlight. I've been wanting to see that. That looks like it's. Like, I always felt like that's gonna be a tough watch. Is it a tough watch?
No, I didn't think it was particularly tough.
Not like tough, like in terms of like not being good, but just like sad or like.
No, it was a human story. I like human stories. You know, A24 movies.
Oh yeah, so there's a new one coming that looks interesting, with Mia Goth. It's called Maxine, and I guess there's like I guess she's done several movies in this same vein, but basically she plays, I think, an adult star.
Drops in.
Oh yeah, dropped in. She plays an adult film star that like goes on a rampage or something, like, because I guess she's tired of men. Or so, I don't know.
You can say porn in this
adult,
but yeah. All right, so here we go. The Whale. Did you ever see The Whale with? Oh shit, the guy from The Scout. What's his name?
Brendan Frazier. Yeah, I wanted to see that, where he's like giant, fat dude. Right.
I actually hated it. I thought it was dumb, but it got a million great reviews.
Pie. I didn't know they did Pie.
I didn't know that they did Pie. That's on my watch list.
Pie. You haven't seen Pie yet?
No.
That's good.
It's on the list.
You'll like Pie a lot.
Minari was good.
Yeah.
First Cow I thought was good. Uncut Gems, obviously great. The Lighthouse is on my list.
I do want to see Lighthouse.
We should do an episode on that because I've never seen it.
Are you like, so when I first saw the preview for it, I didn't know what the premise was, and then I saw another preview where I understood more what the premise was. Do you know what the premise is?
There's a lighthouse.
It's not just a lighthouse.
Is it like a ghost lighthouse or something?
No. Like, so there's a mermaid involved.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. It's got Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, and like they're all like salty.
I own it. It's on my Voodoo thing.
We should do that.
Check it out. We'll do that.
Should we do that as a watch party type of thing, or
maybe?
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know.
Let's see. So
Green Knight. Have you seen The Green Knight?
The Green Knight
with Dev Patel.
No.
So that was based on like an old English literature that we had to read like in English class, right?
Yeah.
And I guess the premise is that the Green Knight appears. He's like basically a demon or a ghost of some sort, and he challenges somebody to kill him. So that, this knight who wants to become great challenges him and cuts off his head. And then the deal is, now in a year's time, the Green Knight gets to come back and do the same to you.
Oh.
But he didn't tell him that at the beginning, right? So that he's basically like, it's a commentary on mortality and like understanding that you're destined to die and that sort of thing. But it's pretty good. It's like it's a little weird.
Yeah, sounds uplifting.
Yeah, it's like it's very beautifully done.
Yeah,
and Dev Patel's great in it, but
Dev Patel's great in general.
Yeah, he does get a little weird. The movie does.
There was another one I just saw. So The Farewell, that was great. The Death of Dick Long, hilarious. Have you seen that one?
Hilarious. I have not.
It's about this guy who dies in a really weird and embarrassing way, and his friends try and cover it up with like a story. Yeah, and they get like brought in by the cop. It's just hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Let's see. The Killing of the Sacred Deer was very, very weird. It's got I'm trying to think. Oh shoot! Let me just click on it.
Swiss Army Man that you just saw.
Swiss Army Man, yeah, which we can talk about.
Yep.
So, Killing of the Sacred Deer. It's Colin Farrell.
Okay.
And Barry Keoghan. Is that how you say it?
Cohen. I guess he's also. I think he's the new Joker and the Batman.
New Joker.
And like he's a good actor.
Nicole Kidman.
He's solid.
Yeah. So that was a great one. It was weird, but it was good. So there's a lot of good A24 movies. Swiss Army Man. I thought that was one of the better ones that I've seen.
Yeah.
Paul Dano. That was hilarious. So I don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it because I kind of went in blind, and I recommend that.
Yeah, it is bizarre.
So basically, Paul Dano, he's on a beach. He's getting ready to hang himself. He's like stranded alone, and then a dead body washes up on shore.
Yeah.
And it's farting nonstop.
Yes.
Because that's what dead bodies do.
It's basically like Castaway with the dead body being his Wilson.
It's a combination of Castaway and Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes.
And it is hilarious. It's dirty. It's very dirty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Tusk. Have you seen Tusk?
Oh, Tusk is great. So I got to tell you the story of when I saw Tusk. I was in San Francisco for Oracle Open World, and I had the flu. Like I was just like in the first day of like where you got the sniffles and it's just like, oh, I'm not feeling so great. And everybody was going out to like party, go to some like bar in San Francisco or whatever. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go to a movie. And I was the only one in the theater to see Tusk. So I'm sitting there blowing my nose loud. I'm just coughing and I don't give a fuck because there's nobody in there. It was great.
Have you seen Under the Skin?
I have not seen Under the Skin, but that's the one with
Scarlett Johansson.
It's
actually
naked.
really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Not just because she's naked, but it's solid, man. She's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna tell you what it's about. You have to see it. It's another one that you should go into it blind. In the dirt. That's a waste me pitch. See if he swings at it.
I almost accidentally killed Erik Kratz the other day. So I'm on foul territory, and it was ground ball to second. Nice play by Jahmai Jones. And we had a guest who was a writer from some newspaper. And I won't say who the guest was because I don't want to, embarrass them or whatever. It's not important to the story. But he was wearing this cheap, like, paper-looking hat.
Yeah.
Like you get these really, really cheap promo hats that are like, they cost like 50 cents or whatever. And, he was probably getting ready to go on, and clearly somebody from the marketing team or said, hey, how about you wear one of our hats, like, to advertise the station? So, anyway, I'm in the production chat room where all the hosts and the director and the producer, we all chat. And usually I don't say much, but for some reason I just decided to ask, did this guy's hat come with a free bowl of soup? And Erik couldn't stop laughing. He laughed so hard for like a half an hour that they had to cut his mic. He said afterwards he couldn't breathe. I almost killed him. But
you are the death bringer.
I am the death bringer. But that comes from the truckers that would go town to town or whatever, right? You would stop at a lot of times the same diners or whatever. So the diners, they figured out they could make more money if if you buy 2 eggs and a coffee or whatever, it's like what, $3, $4. So what they would do is they would get these hats or shirts or whatever made in bulk, really cheap, for like $1.25, and then they would sell, a meal and a hat or a shirt or whatever for $10. So now they're making, instead of making a $1 profit on eggs or whatever, they're making $7 profit on eggs and a hat. However. So that's what I saw. I saw this cheap ass hat, and I was like,
yeah.
Come with a free bowl of soup.
Yeah, honoring John Sterling for the game, I guess.
Yeah, John Sterling retired after.
He got TV.
They gave him an 83-inch OLED TV.
Oh, dude, it's way better than like one of those retirement watches.
They should have given him the Magic Hat, the Apple Vision Pro.
It might have killed him.
It might have. It's pretty heavy.
Pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy. Nestor Cortez looking good. 2 scoreless innings. John Sterling in the booth. I wish I could hear it. I'll probably have to go back and watch it. But anyway, somebody says Colin Farrell in True Detective. I didn't see that season.
Yeah, I've only seen the first season so
which
far,
was good.
Which was really good, and from my understanding, it kind of falls off after that.
So I skipped season 2. I watched season 3. I liked season 3, and then I watched the first 2 episodes of the new one.
Yeah,
like
Night Country.
I hated it.
Oh yeah,
it got paranormal, which that's not what you want from a detective show.
Yeah.
If it's X-Files, sure, but
it's kind of like with Indiana Jones and like the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Going all alien on us. Like, no. Stop it.
All right. So, what else have we watched recently? What else have you been checking out?
Like I said, I've been watching the Shrink Next Door, and I like the show, but it's like one of those shows where they have characters that you absolutely hate. So the whole premise is there's this guy who has anxiety problems, and he goes to see a shrink, and the shrink, is helping him out, but he's real overbearing, kind of like crosses some lines in terms of what you would do as a shrink, right? He hangs out with him, buddies with him or whatever, and then the shrink finds out that his patient is super rich. And now it's like on, he's like, oh. So he basically has taken over this his patient's life of wealth. Is convincing him to like renovate his house, buy extra properties, throw these, lavish parties or whatever, just using them left and right. Tells him to like basically get rid of his family, like, not kill him, but like cut him out of his life. Just, he's a piece of trash. But it's played by Paul Rudd. And Paul Rudd usually plays like really likable characters.
Yeah.
So Paul Rudd's playing this really likable character that you hate.
Huh. It's interesting that to flip the script on that, kind of play the anti version of what you're usually playing. It's kind of like Robin Williams in the movie Insomnia.
1 hour photo. 1 hour photo?
That too, also,
yeah.
1 hour photo and Insomnia. He played like messed up people, like in
killers.
Insomnia.
Right?
He was a killer.
Yeah,
yeah.
He was, in 1 hour photo, he was too, right?
I don't remember if he killed anybody. I know he was a creepy. He might have. I know he was like. He might have been like a pedo or something. Like I don't remember. He was definitely a weird character.
Definitely was.
Trent Grisham stepping in. $83-inch OLED TV sounds pretty nice.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he's gonna put it.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a pretty big house at
yeah, he probably does.
Yeah. So I've been I use the Magic Hat, the Apple Vision Pro, a lot to watch movies now. I can't watch movies any other way. Even going to the theater the other night, like it felt like an inferior experience, and I was thinking, man, I should cancel my movie pass.
Yeah.
But it's like 100-foot screen in like, I don't know, 4K, 8K, 12. I don't know what it's like the top K, whatever. It's basically it's like having really clear iPads right in front of your face.
Right.
I've been watching this show called 1923, which is in the Yellowstone family of shows.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a
That's
prequel.
like a whole prequel thing.
Yeah, so there's two prequels. There's 1898, which I've already seen, and then 1923, which I just finished last night. And it's got Harrison Ford. Pretty solid. I like those Western kind of shows.
Did you ever watch The Young Guns?
I don't think I've seen Young. Is
The
that
movie.
the Emilio Estevez?
Yeah.
I've seen the box. I've never seen that.
I actually liked those movies. They were pretty decent. Young Guns and Young Guns 2.
Yeah.
And they had that, like, was it Bon Jovi song, Blaze of Glory or something that came out of that? The 90s. Tombstone.
Oswaldo. Eyeball on a pitch. Oswaldo's had a good start to the season.
Yeah. He's still batting seventh, though. I mean, like.
Hitting 310. Yeah. I mean, he's really a bottom of the order kind of guy, but he's a good guy to have at the bottom of the order because he, can
I
make
feel like
contact.
if you're hitting 310, it's time to move up a little bit, right? I mean,
Not after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If he's hitting 310 in July, then yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the top of the order is so good.
Yeah,
you got
true. Who do you move
Volpe,
down?
Judge, Soto. I mean, Rizzo. I mean, he's not going to take one of those spots.
what's Stanton doing these days?
Sitting the bench right now, but he's off to a decent start. He's got 5 home runs already.
Yeah.
He lost a bunch of weight. He's still runs like molasses, but
Cut back on the steroids?
yeah. I don't think he did steroids.
No.
He's always been huge.
No, he's definitely not doing that.
He's one of those guys that in 5 years you can forget he was ever on the team.
Yeah. There's a lot of Yankees players that have been signed that are kind of like that. So have you ever, there's this there's games like Wordle and Connections and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a game that my son introduced me to. It's called the Immaculate Grid.
Immaculate Grid, yeah, on Baseball Reference.
Yeah, so they have baseball, they've got basketball, and they got football. So going through that's pretty interesting because you forget that who a lot of these guys have played for. Like Ricky Henderson has played for so many teams. He played pretty much for every team. Ichiro played for the Yankees. I remember that.
Yeah, that was great. I was at a game where he played at Yankee Stadium.
He actually wasn't bad for the Yankees. He was kind of towards the tail end of his career, though.
Yeah.
So who is the most disappointing Yankee for you?
Oh man, that's tough.
Because there's a lot.
Carl Pavano was awful and
he was.
didn't play. So they gave him back in the day. This was a huge contract, 4 years, $40 million.
Yeah, he was coming off the Expos, right?
No, he was with the Marlins.
The Marlins.
He had gone
that's
from
right.
the Expos to the Marlins, and he was a big dude. Like he's like 6'5", 230. Like you didn't figure he was going to break down. He had this prototypical pitcher's build, but he not only broke down physically, he broke down mentally. He just seemed very weak. Didn't want to pitch. You know, he missed like 3 months with a bruised buttocks, is what they said. Bruised buttocks.
How does that? Did he get hit by a ball or something? I don't.
No, he was in a car accident while he was driving with. Shit, what's her name? Alyssa Milano.
That sounds really suspect.
It was really suspect.
That does not sound like that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's like I fell down some stairs.
Yeah.
No. What about there's actually one I could think of that was like a Yankee from the start that was, I think, kind of disappointing, and that was Hideki Irabu.
Oh yeah. So, actually, not a Yankee from the start. Surprisingly, he's
in Japan first, right?
Well, he was in Japan, and then his rights were acquired by the San Diego Padres. But he refused to pitch for the Padres.
Right. For good reason.
Said he would only pitch for the Yankees. And the Yankees ended up trading Ruben Rivera to get him. Now, Ruben Rivera was Mariano Rivera's cousin. Just mental case. Like, he stole Derek Jeter's glove one time, and he had, like, the worst base running mistake in history.
Yeah, he wasn't very good,
and,
if I remember correctly.
And then Irabu wasn't much better. I mean, Irabu had a very good first game with the Yankees against the Tigers in July of '97. I think he went 6 2/3, 2 runs, struck out 9, like a really good debut. And then he finished the season with an ERA of 7.08, so it was awful from there. And then the following year, '98, he actually got off to a really good start, won pitcher of the month for May. But he tended to wear out quick because he wasn't in the greatest shape. And in Japan, you pitch once a week, so when you come over to America, you're pitching more, right? And by July, August, he started to wear down, and then he wasn't on the playoff roster. And then a couple years later, he was
out of the league.
He got moved to the Expos, and then he was gone after.
Somebody put in Lance Berkman there.
Yeah, Lance Berkman.
I don't remember Lance playing for them.
Very, very brief time with the Yankees.
Randy Johnson.
2005, 2006.
I didn't know that until I was doing the Immaculate Grid. I was like, wow, Randy Johnson played for them. He played for a lot of teams too.
Yeah, 17 wins each year, I think.
He wasn't bad for the Yankees.
So he was one of those guys where he pitched to the scoreboard a lot. He wasn't as dominant as he was in the National League with the D-backs.
Yeah.
So his ERA was high. It was like, I don't know, 3.7 his first year with the Yankees, and then like 5 his second year.
3.7. Like a lot of pitchers would die for 3.7, you know. But by Randy Johnson,
he was like a 2 ERA guy. You know, he was unbelievable.
He was ridiculous.
Nestor Cortez dealing gets the strikeout there.
Pitching well, man. That's kind of been the Achilles heel for the Yankees in previous years, right? The pitching?
Yeah, pretty much every year. But the last couple of years the offense has not been great either.
Well, I mean.
Last year especially, the offense was bad.
But if one's good and the other's not, you at least have a chance, right? But for them, it's like they've never been able to like put both of them together at the same time. But this year, it looks like it might be coming together a little bit.
Good pitch.
They've been winning some games.
14-6 to start the season, first place.
I thought for sure the Orioles would be challenging them a lot more.
Yeah. Orioles, I think a game out. They had maybe a game and a half. They have this guy, Jackson Holliday. He's Matt Holliday's kid. Have you seen what
terrible.
He's 1 for 35 or something. He's going to have to get sent back down.
What's hilarious is, like, I think when the season started, he hadn't been called up yet, and Matt Holliday was, like, whining about it.
Yeah.
And then they bring him up, and this is why he's not been brought up. Because, I mean, he's probably going to be good at some point.
Oh, he will be good. He's got a good swing.
But he's not ready.
Yeah, hitting in the major leagues is a different animal.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so impressed. This guy, Jason Dominguez, for the Yankees last year. I got posters and shit all over the place. 20 years old. They call him up. He hits 4 home runs in his first week of the major leagues. First 20-year-old ever to do that for the Yankees.
Andrew Jones for the Braves was really good as a 19-year-old. I remember in the World Series or whatever, he was just dominating. Defensively, one of the best.
Definitely. He had 2 home runs off of Andy Pettitte.
He played for the Yankees briefly, didn't he?
Briefly, yep.
Yeah.
He was good with the Yankees, too. So this was a dumb move. You got to let that go if you're...
I think you just react, though. You know? I mean, like, it's almost like you're, like, a little worried about your life at that point.
I guess, I mean, it was over his head, so...
Yeah, it's tough to, like, get a read on those that quickly.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame Nestor there. Just unfortunate bounce.
This guy, Yandy Diaz, is, like, one of the most jacked human beings I've ever seen.
Dude, there's another guy, Avisail Garcia. No. The guy for the Rangers. What's his name? He's, like, massive.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And like last year he wasn't as big, and this year he's like massive.
Yeah.
I was like, it's interesting how big you got over the season.
Adolis Garcia.
Adolis Garcia, that's it.
Yeah, he looks like Mike Tyson.
He does. He's huge.
This game's flying. Already top of the third. It's been 20 minutes. The pitch clock, I think, has been a nice addition to the game.
Yeah, I do like the pitch clock. I do wish they would do what the Miners do with the ability to challenge pitches.
That's coming. The AWS, I think. Oh, nice throw.
What are you doing?
Bad base running.
Oh, my God.
You never make the last out at third.
Beyond that, he had no chance.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Grisham's a Gold Glove center fielder. Good throw. I mean, beat him by 20 feet.
It's like, no. Oh, man. Just wasted it. Complete wasted chance there.
Richard C. says Tyler O'Neill with the Red Sox completely jacked. Like one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen. He's like a bodybuilder type. Gabe Kapler was like that.
Yeah, he was.
Well, we should probably play a commercial. This podcast is sponsored by NordVPN, so let's go ahead and run a quick. Hey, everybody, quick commercial break, but I got to tell you about a few important things. First of all, this podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN.com/NYY Recaps. It's a great way to protect your online privacy, and as an extra benefit, it helps you get around the MLB blackout rules. Also, the guy I'm podcasting with tonight, Justin, we have a podcast together. It's called We're the Dudes. It's on my other YouTube channel, Stream Ski Media. Go ahead and follow the link in the description of this video, and you can find our playlist with all the podcasts, or you can find it on all your favorite audio platforms. Also, we're going to do a post-game show after this podcast, but it's going to be delayed by probably 10 minutes because I got to put it together because I'm podcasting during this game, whatever. So, and then tonight we've got Max Goodman coming on at 8:30 p.m., Yankees beat writer, and he's going to be on to talk about, what we've seen from the Yankees this season. So get your questions ready for that. Go ahead and set your alerts. And obviously a busy day here on NYY Recaps. So thanks for tuning in. Again, follow We're the Dudes. That's our other podcast. We do a podcast either, every week or every other week. It's mostly about movies and stuff. A lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about during today's watch party. So thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. All that good stuff. And commercials should be wrapping up right about now. All right, we're back. Austin Wells getting ready to hit. Austin Wells has a great mustache. You ever thought about growing a mustache?
I did once, and I looked too much like my uncle. So that stopped.
I had an uncle with a mustache.
Oh, he did he pull up lame or something? Or
he definitely was running poorly.
He ran weird towards the end there.
So Austin Wells hitting .097. It's not what you want.
No. Yeah, is he hitting any for power at all?
No, not yet. It's only been
How's his defense?
He's a rookie, good defender. He's only 12 games. Not getting regular playing time. He's getting walks, but he hit good in spring training and he opened up the season cold. Trying to launch that one.
It's kind of like a Mattingly stash.
A little bit. A little handlebar action there.
Yeah.
Fly ball to left.
All right. It's one down. Whoa. He's right there.
I love his reaction last night to the Soto home run. Did you see that home run from Soto last night?
Yeah.
Big 3-run shot. In case you missed it. Soto's just transformed this team, man. He just brings a different energy.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he was good in Washington and San Diego, but I think he's just really come to life here.
Like he's blooming. Yeah.
I don't think just that. I think it really matters if you want to play somewhere. If you're winning and you want to play, and I think he really wanted to be in New York. It's because sometimes guys go to New York and they just Mets too. They fail. They just struggle because it's too big.
Yeah, he hasn't really had that transition period.
No, I think he's thriving in it. It's the kind of player you want in New York. Guy who just eats it up. Jeter was a lot like that too.
Yeah, Jeter, he grew up a Yankees fan. It's all he ever knew, you know. There's Garrett Cole. I don't know how John Sterling did 5,600 and some odd consecutive games without missing one.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's wild. Even as an announcer, like never get sick, never take a day off, never want to go on a vacation.
You got to get sick of it at some point.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, like you could still love what you do, but that's a lot of time.
it's a lot of games. Full count to Volpe, 1 out, bottom 3. Chop back to Eflin.
Easy one there.
Easy play. So both teams kind of going quickly at the bat today.
Yeah.
Not a lot of highlights.
No, they're swinging at some bad stuff, man. Like they're just, I don't know, over anxious to hit. And the hits that we have seen, there's only been one good one. That was the Soto hit.
Yep.
Everything else has been like little bloopers or choppers or whatever.
Yeah. Here's Soto. It's so funny. He'll like dive away from pitches that are an inch off the inside part of the plate, like to sell it. He's just so.
Is he doing it to sell it, or is he doing it just like? Is he just not seeing it right?
No, he sees the ball perfectly.
Yeah.
He's got the best eye I've ever seen.
My son's been playing baseball, and the kids will like dive out of the way for a lot of those pitches because like they think they're gonna hit them because they're all terrified of the ball.
He looks good in pinstripes. I think they got to just open up the checkbook. You know, whatever he wants, give it to him. This is not a guy you want to play hardball with.
No, it's not that. It's just you got to wonder. You know, some of these guys, they get that contract, the big one, and they just like that's it, right? Like Javi Baez.
Yeah.
And I don't think Soto's going to be like that because he's gotten big contracts before necessarily, but like you always got to worry about that.
He's 25 years old. He's just got so much prime left.
He does. And you also have to worry about health, like Judge. Judge gets a giant contract and then misses games. It's not because he's mailing it in. He's just that's how he plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's big contracts are always kind of tricky. Or you sign a big contract and then your interpreter like gets caught gambling and oh wait.
Yeah, that's still a little suspect.
Yeah, that went away quick, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I guess all the evidence is showing that Ippei was like he changed Ohtani's passwords on his phone.
Oh, did he? Okay.
But I would know if somebody was.
Yeah,
doing that. Like, does Ohtani never look at his account? I mean,
I think when you have that much money, you don't. Like if you're missing a couple million here or there, you're like,
I can't imagine being that wealthy.
That's stupid rich, right? That's ridiculous.
It looks like we got a comment here. It says, I'm just worried the Mets will throw $700 million at him, as he should, and the Yankees tap out. It could happen.
Oh my God, I don't think the Mets will. Like the owners they've got now are just really hesitant to throw a lot of money at players these days. Like I think that's good because they've proven over the years that they're pretty terrible at judging talent. Like I don't even know if they'll keep Alonso. Like I think they might get rid of Alonso and just kind of start over, right? But
the thing about Alonso, he's going to want a lot of money, and for a first baseman, you don't necessarily have to pay a ton of money because there's a lot of decent hitting guys that can play first base. You know,
and he doesn't hit for enough average.
He hits for power, but you're right. He doesn't. He doesn't hit for much average.
No, it's like do you want Pete and Cavilla?
Right.
Alonso's better than Pete and Cavilla, of course, but like Joey Gallo, that's another Yankee that.
God, that was awful. I hated the Joey Gallo era.
Oh my God. How many of those guys are out there now that like hit 50 home runs but a $190 every year? Like Gallo and Schwarber and.
Well, Schwarber's still hitting, but yeah, he hit 190 something last year with like 47 home runs.
Yeah, it's like they've reprioritized what's important out of hitters, right? Launch angle. And,
that's kind of going away though, because pitchers have figured out how to counter that, and a lot of those guys are out of the league now.
They've also taken away the shift, so that's kind of like trying to help those guys out. But
Matt Verville says, imagine if the Yankees go full George and sign Soto and Alonso. I kind of don't want them to sign Alonso. I think that the future first baseman for the Yankees is Austin Wells. You know,
He hits.
He'll hit. He's off to a slow start, but he'll hit.
Just sign
Just
re-sign Luke Voigt.
Another option could be Aaron Judge, because like how often,
Yeah.
how long is he gonna be able to play center? If he's 32, he's already showing signs of like getting hurt all the time.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they did with Bryce Harper, right? I mean,
Yeah, he's playing first base now.
Because I mean, like you got to take care of your hitter.
Yeah,
You know, at some
his
point,
bat is so valuable
Yeah.
that you can deal with a little bit of like subpar defense.
and I think he'll adjust to play
Nice
defense.
cutter.
Like Mookie Betts, they moved him into the infield,
Yeah.
and he's been doing pretty well there. So I mean, you definitely can get a guy to play better at a position. Athletes are athletes, you know.
So Nestor throwing the ball pretty good.
Yeah.
Is there a Knicks game today? Knicks playoff game or something?
I don't know if it's today. I know that they the playoffs start today. The play-in games just finished. I don't really like the play-in games. Are you familiar with the play-in process?
Kind of. It's not the specifics,
Right,
but yeah,
so-
Knicks play the 76ers tonight.
Okay.
So
So basically, like the way it works is you have it used to be 1 through 8 seeds would get to the playoffs. 1 would play 8. Now they expanded it to the 1 through 10 teams, and the last 4 place teams, like they do like a little mini tournament, like one game. So like I guess 7 plays 10, 8 plays 9, and then the winner of the 7, 10 or whatever, the winner of one game plays the other game to kind of finish out the 8th seed. But it's like you've played an entire season and you've earned the right to be in the playoffs, and then you got to play another team for a game
yeah,
to decide if you're going to be in the playoffs or not.
That's-
It's just,
that doesn't seem fair.
no, it's
So like
kinda
have a
lame.
whole season come down to just one.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I guess it draws people in, but
Yeah.
teams get kind of screwed out of that, you know?
Do you watch a lot of football?
Yeah.
I kind of like how their season is so short that games in week 1 and week 2 really matter.
Yeah.
Whereas in baseball right now, I mean, Yankees are off to a great start, but they could have a terrible August.
Oh, yeah.
And miss the playoffs, right? So, but that doesn't really happen with football. Like if like every game matters, and I feel
Yeah.
like basketball. I feel like there should be less basketball games.
There should. And part of it is also because, like, teams are getting smart and resting players.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people complain about this, but I think it's smart because, like, the regular season, there's so many games, it doesn't matter as much, you know?
Here's what I would suggest: 60 games.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a solid 2 months, and then the playoffs are so long and there's so many teams, like that's another month, right? So, yeah, that's why. I feel like all in 75 games for basketball season, including the playoffs, would be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who watches every single basketball game, and I know.
I'm sure there are people who
Yeah.
do, but, like, yeah, it's a lot. Same with baseball. I mean, you watch every Yankees game, and it's insane.
162. It's twice as
insane.
long as
It's
and not only that, I've watched pretty much every game for about 30 years straight. About 30, 34 years. There are some games I've missed, but I'll catch like the replay or whatever. I haven't seen everything live. There are games that I've listened to on the radio. I count those as like,
No, you count them in the radio.
I
Okay,
count
okay. So you
radio.
got little cheats.
Yeah, so I have little cheats, but so when I was in college, for the first 2 years of college, I guess, there was no MLB TV. It didn't exist.
Yeah.
And we obviously didn't get the Yankees network in North Carolina where I went to college. So, but we did get the games broadcast on audio, the simulcast. So for the first month of the season, the last month of the school year, as Nestor strikes
Oh
him
my
out,
gosh, that was
strikes
nasty.
out Paredes with
Nasty
a backdoor
slider there.
Yeah. So for the first month of the season, I would be listening on audio and then just catching the games that are on ESPN. Fox, there's usually a few of them. And I would even take trips home. Like I would drive home for the weekend so I could go watch a couple of Yankee games, that type of thing. But yeah, I've since I'd say about 1989, 88, if there's a Yankee game on, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
And I'd say since about 92, I've been conscious of I don't want to miss one ever. And then I went from probably 92 to 2000 without missing one. It was about an 8-year stretch. And I haven't missed one since 2017. So, 7 years.
Hardcore, man.
Yeah.
For me, the college basketball, I watch all the Duke games, like every one of them.
How many games are there in college basketball?
There's not many. It's like around 30-ish. Like, so it's not bad. A couple times a week, whatever. You get breaks during the holidays because they have exams and stuff. But yeah, like I can't imagine trying to get 162 games in.
It's I don't have kids, so that makes it easier.
I mean, like I do a lot of other things every night. I mean, I could do it. I just can't.
Yeah.
Imagine doing it.
We don't vacation very often.
Yeah. There you go. I don't get out much. I don't touch grass. That's what the kids are saying.
Yeah, grass isn't that important.
Touch grass.
Speaking of grass, happy 420 to those who's
It is 420.
Nestor dealing 4 shutout innings.
Yeah.
No score going into the bottom half of the 4th.
Problem
Nestor's got 6 strikeouts.
the Rays are also dealing.
Yeah. Yankees offense lately has been slow for the first 5-6 innings and then coming on late.
Yeah.
Usually a big hit, big home run, big rally. Judge 0 for 1, 187 average, 707 OPS, 3 homers, 11 ribbies. And he's just got no chance on those sliders right now. He's pulling off.
Right? They're pitching him outside. It's like, hey, we know he's having trouble here.
He missed a lot of spring training because he had a sore abdominal muscle. And so he's just trying to get back into it. Hit a big home run in Cleveland a few days ago. And then he had a tough series against the Jays, but got a big hit to win the last game. And the last night he had 1 hit and a walk. So not horrible. Got on base twice. And they're just going to work him with those
All
outside sliders.
All 3 of them are outside, yeah.
And now they're going to probably throw something that runs inside off the plate. That's what I would do. Inside off the plate just to change where he's looking, change his eyes, and then you go back to that slider and you'll get him. Nope, they went with the slider again.
Still going away.
They don't want to. They don't want
to challenge him. They don't want to give him anything to hit.
Yeah. Rizzo on deck. Base hit last time up. Bloop single.
I feel like with the way he's hitting, though, you don't pitch around him because Rizzo's hitting well, right? So, I mean,
Rizzo's doing okay, yeah.
But, now you're putting Judge on with, some potential RBI chances.
You never want to walk the leadoff guy. No. They almost always come around to score. And there's a slider, yeah.
That was a pretty nasty slider.
They didn't give him anything to hit.
That was a curveball.
They had nothing to hit that hole at bat.
Well, the first 2 were strikes. It's just he couldn't get around on them.
Yeah.
Thinking about it a lot.
What kind of phone do you use? Are you an Android guy or a
I got
Apple
an
guy?
iPhone. Just recently upgraded this year to the latest. I had a 10 before, so I had that for 3 or 4 years.
So you do photography. How's the camera on the phone compare? Because it looks good to me.
It's a good camera. I mean, I wouldn't use it for if I wanted to take things I wanted to print out and stuff because the pixel resolution isn't quite there. But it's pretty good for internet photos. You want to post things on social media or whatever. Got some features on it where you can do portrait mode and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Multiple lenses. I've seen people take star pictures with them that are actually decent.
I've always wanted to do the photography of planets and things like that with the telescopes.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been able to properly get a telescope to work for me.
They're a lot more complicated than I thought they would be. We bought a used one, and it's man, this is hard.
Yeah, it's not. It's always blurry, so I kind of gave up on that. But yeah, it's. How did you get into photography? I don't remember you being into it when we first started hanging out 15, 20 years ago.
So I bought. We were years ago. We went to Hawaii, and I bought this DSLR or whatever, and I started taking pictures with that. But I was using auto mode and stuff. And when I came back, got some pretty good ones. I was oh, I could have done a lot better here. So then I just started kind of nerding out on how to get better at it, and it became a hobby. I don't take as many around where I live because it doesn't interest me. But when I go on trips and stuff, I definitely bring the camera with me, and definitely like to nerd out on it.
Did you take any photos in New York City when you were up there?
No, it was rainy.
Yeah.
I was hobbled.
Everyone knows that cameras don't work in the rain.
Well, they don't. Well, I mean, it was like, I was going to, I didn't want to pack heavy, you know. I was staying at this random Airbnb.
By the way, next time we go up there, let's just get a couple of hotel rooms in the same hotel, so we don't have to go back and forth from your Uber to my Uber to.
Oh, I'll get an Airbnb. It'll be fine. That was dumb.
It won't be fine.
So dumb.
We'll just go get a nice hotel room 2 minutes from the stadium.
Yeah.
And then we won't have to show up in the fourth inning and then get rained out the next day.
No.
So that's definitely worth 2 days of travel to see 6 innings of baseball. Although we did see Aaron Judge.
We did.
Hit 3 home runs.
3 home runs.
So.
You got your money's worth. 3 home runs.
I got some of my money's worth.
Not the second day.
Yeah, second day I didn't get my money's worth because I had bought 4 tickets for $120 a piece.
That definitely sucked.
And I just didn't return them. So it happens. So I've been playing that Spider-Man game
How is it?
I'm enjoying it.
Good.
It makes me want to play the new one.
Yeah.
The PS5 version, because I'm like, it's cool, but it's like, well, the graphics would probably be better on the new one.
Well, I've got the new one too. I haven't played it yet. I'm supposed to play it with my son, but
the mechanics are cool. I like how it's open. It feels a lot like Arkham.
Yeah, a lot like Arkham, just brighter. Not as dark and
real New York City.
Yeah, real New York
Very
City.
Cool.
Central Park, flying, swinging over that. Empire State Building, all that good stuff.
It amazes me how little patience fans have with Judge. I mean, guy won an MVP. He hit 62 home runs, and people are still saying, "Oh, he stinks. He looks like the rookie who first came up." It's like, can you be patient with the guy? Like, everybody's had a bad 3 weeks in their career.
Yeah.
Every season, everybody has, a bad couple of weeks. His just happened to be at the beginning of the season. It's like he's not going to hit 180 for the year. He's going to catch fire. He'll go weeks where he'll hit, like, 320 with 5 home runs a week.
I think the problem is, though, that if a guy's getting paid like that,
you
want consistency, right? I mean, because he's eating up a lot of the payroll.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to get what you're paying for, but even though they're not actually paying for it. But I get the sentiment. Like, you want to have a guy making hundreds of millions of dollars a year play like that.
Ooh.
That was a little low, but yeah.
Have you seen Angel Hernandez?
Yes, he's terrible.
He's the worst.
Oh my God, how is he still employed? He must have like some sort of like secrets on MLB or something.
There was an at-bat last week where there was this rookie up named Wyatt Langford for the Rangers. And each pitch was worse than the last.
He called all 3 of them strikes.
All 3 of them were strikes.
Oh my God, it was terrible.
Nothing pisses me off more than a bad umpire. It's like, we just want the fucking game to be fair.
And, like, I think what makes it worse is not only is he bad, but he won't take any sort of criticism. Like, he's defiantly bad. He definitely needs to go. I was reading something like how I guess he sued MLB one year
for like discrimination
because he didn't get to do the World Series, and then they were like, they just showed the stats like, no, it's because you suck.
Yeah,
right. But there's a union, and I think that's why they can't get rid of him. But it's just like the union's got to be like, look, you are making us all look bad, dude. Like, you got to go. I am looking forward to when they get rid of the balls and strikes for the umpires.
Yeah, the challenge system I think is great. Like, have you seen in the minor leagues where they can just tap on their helmet or whatever?
It's quick.
Yeah.
And like it cuts down on arguments. I think that you should just completely replace umpire balls and strikes with technology.
I kind of agree with that portion of it. Like, I'd be fine with. I mean, if you can do it in tennis, in or out, right? Like, why not in baseball?
And you can
still have a home plate umpire for like plays at the plate.
Absolutely.
For,
catcher's interference.
Yeah, things like that.
Like stuff like that. Definitely. Like, you don't get rid of the umps, but balls and strikes, man, are just like.
The ump can still signal it to the crowd or whatever, but he gets like a buzzer if it's a strike. He gets the Altuve buzzer.
And what's irritating about it is like it really changes an at bat. It changes an approach.
Yep.
If you're a hitter and you get a bad strike, it messes with your head, right? You're now down a strike, and like you might have to change how you're coming at the bat. Yeah, definitely needs to go.
Nice crowd today.
Probably a great day out there. The weather looks great.
Yeah. I think my end game, like for the last, 10, 15 years of my life, is to get a little place in like Connecticut or, Cape Cod up there and just like go down on the weekends and just go to all the Yankees games on the weekends.
Yeah.
Turn the NYY Recaps into like a weekday show.
Oh, come on, Soto. Misjudged that one completely. It was like one of those where like you want to go for it,
Yeah.
and then you realize there's a guy on.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, if
he misses it, then that guy scores.
Yeah, so I guess I get that. But, yeah. Again, another one of those
Decent
hits that
jump.
isn't.
He slowed up. He
Yeah,
could have
he
caught
did.
that. He could have caught that.
Again, I think it was one of those, like, he's worried about missing it. Or maybe he lost it in the sun. This guy's like, no.
He has played really well on defense this year. So
Yeah.
THD Wicked 50 Cal says, I know Soto's going to get paid based on his bat, but if he's also a good defender, how much more money does he get because of that? I mean, I'm sure it'll factor in. If you're think about like the things that you do at your job. If you are, nice play by Cortez.
Yeah.
Good job by Rizzo.
That might get challenged.
I think he's out.
You think?
I think he's
It
out.
like came off the bag.
They're good. He's out.
All right.
That was a nice play by
That
Nestor.
was good. Yeah, high throws a little high though.
Yeah. Ooh.
So I'm saying, man,
did.
like
Oof.
he came off, man. Like
Let's see if he gets back down. Oh,
yeah,
he's out.
just barely.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
Good call. A play like that is how I hurt my shoulder. First time.
Yeah, throwing across your body like that.
Do you remember that one fall that we played together and I was just lights out for like 3 months? I think I was 7-0. And then in the championship game there was a little dribbler like that and I threw across my body and I felt like a twinge in my arm. And then the next spring when I went out to throw the first time, I felt pain in the same spot and it was not like something was wrong.
Yeah.
And then I went to the doctor and they said torn labrum. So never has been the same. That's how it goes. So we got to tell you about this fall team we played on. We took a group, and then, I don't want to brag, but I was a damn good manager because it was me and Justin.
Ragtag bunch
a
of
ragtag group of like Craigslist nobodies. That as Nestor gets a strikeout. That we basically held tryouts, and we did get lucky with.
We got real lucky.
We got real lucky, so we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So we're having this little workout, and it was a team called the Raleigh Bombers, and we were okay. We had a couple old high school players on there,
Yeah.
maybe like one college guy or whatever.
guy from Vanderbilt could throw a nasty change up.
And I was a damn good pitcher at that point. I was probably
good.
going upper 80s,
Good hitter,
probably. And I didn't hit much that year, but I pitched really well. And somehow we went to the championship. But a lot of it was
It's everything.
we're warming up for the first game of the season, and we were like 2 guys short or something like that. Like it was like 2 guys just didn't show up. Or maybe it was like we were one guy short.
We were just practicing, and then these guys kind of randomly come up.
There was these 2 guys in the outfield just throwing back and forth, and they're these like Venezuelan superstar pro guys that were like prospects. And one of them threw like 98 miles an hour.
And it rose. It was
Yeah.
a riser, like 98.
He exploded bats. Like as soon as he made contact,
his control was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But like, if he got it over the plate, you weren't hitting it.
Nice strikeout from Nestor.
But
who
it wasn't
continued
just
to
him.
deal.
He had his buddy who was a catcher who
Yes.
was nasty, who could hit.
And who hit bombs.
He hit bombs. And then the other guy was decent too. And it's
Yeah.
like, man, like
So it was it was crazy, and they became a part of our team. So they wouldn't all show up every week, but we would usually
they
have
were all
like
good.
one of them, and
yeah.
and it was fun. That was a fun season.
That was
So we went like 12-1 or something, and then we only lost in the playoffs because in the championship, the other team recruited a pitcher from AAA, Mike Petraska.
Which was, I think they made a rule later on.
They changed the rule after that season because he came out, he was throwing like 96, and I was pitching against him, and we lost 1-0.
Yeah,
and
couldn't hit him.
Yep, I couldn't touch him. I remember he just blew me away, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't hit 95 miles. I just can't do it. Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Imagine though, being in a men's wood bat league in Raleigh, and being so desperate to win
Then you got to bring in
that you got to bring in a
player
ringer
from the Durham
Bulls to win.
That just pitched in the International League like a week ago.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like seriously.
I was working like at a desk all day. You know, you were working at a desk all day.
Yeah,
we weren't athletes.
No, we were like
that was
armchair baseball players, right? We were athletes, but not like athletes. I
mean, I was in my mid-20s, so I still had some athletics.
I was
much more than now.
My prime.
Yeah. But, yeah, I feel like we got hosed. I'm still a little bitter about that.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have won.
Well, that wasn't the only time we got hosed.
Oh, the softball thing? Oh, man. So we played in this softball league, and the guy who ran it
God.
Is that guy still alive?
He's still alive.
DP?
He lost a lot of weight. But, yeah, like he ran this league, but he also ran a team.
Yeah.
Which I think was, conflict of interest there.
You handle the story because I don't remember the fine details. I remember there was like mound visits or something that got screwed. Like,
anyway, this guy has the best team in the league. He's basically stacked his team with all the good players. That's fine. That's all right. But he's also running the league, so he basically gets to make the rules, right? So the last game of the season is the championship. He's managing to waste time because there's a time limit in these games. He goes out and has mound visits to his softball pitcher.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man. Like, just stuff like that.
Let us play.
Yeah.
I won gold gloves for 2 positions that season.
Yeah, I think I won a gold glove that year, too.
Shortstop and left center.
With the all-star team. It was...
I loved that league, though.
That was cool. I liked the concept because most softball leagues don't have that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have all-star teams and stuff like that.
Keeping track of stats and
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
And that was before I learned how to hit home runs in softball.
Yeah, I've never been a home run hitter myself.
It was I could always hit it really far, like if I hit it right, but I didn't know how to hit home runs in softball. It wasn't until I don't know, it was that one of those later years that we were playing in Apex that I really started hitting them, and I think I hit 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And then I played with this Great American Landscaping team over at Walnut Creek, and I think I hit like 14 one season, and then I was just like, all right, this is too easy, and I stopped playing.
There's also that season where we had a random guy show up to one of our practices.
Oh yeah, no.
So his name is Corey, I think, right?
Yeah, and he had massive power.
And like this guy just shows up, says, "Hey, can I play with you guys?" Yeah, you look giant. All right, sure.
3 home runs.
Not just home runs, towering home runs. And he hit 2, and then the third time the pitcher was trying to pitch around him. And he threw it like way up here, and he reached for it and just took it out again. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And like, he never showed up again. Yeah. I was willing to pay his fee, man. I'm like, I'll pay your fee. I will pay your fee. Yeah, the legend of. It was almost like he didn't exist.
Yeah,
like a ghost.
Did we dream that?
Field of dreams.
So no score still, bottom of the 5th. This game is moving quick. We're an hour in already, and we're more than halfway through the game.
I mean. Just good pitching and bad hitting.
Yeah,
I expect it from the Rays, but Yankees, man, they're making Zach Eflin look like Randy Johnson at this point.
Nestor Cortez dealing. So we are going to have a post-game show today, folks. Going to be a slight delay. We usually go live about 5 seconds after the broadcast ends. Today will be about 10 minutes because I got to drop in the highlights and all that good stuff. I've been meaning to take notes. I've taken 0 notes.
Not a lot to note.
Yeah, it's just,
not a lot's going on.
All right, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and I'm going to take a little piss break. And, let's get to the sponsor. Hey, everybody, quick commercial break, but I got to tell you about a few important things. First of all, this podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN.com/NYY Recaps. It's a great way to protect your online privacy, and as an extra benefit, it helps you get around the MLB blackout rules. Also, the guy I'm podcasting with tonight, Justin, we have a podcast together. It's called We're the Dudes. It's on my other YouTube channel, Stream Ski Media. Go ahead and follow the link in the description of this video, and you can find our playlist with all the podcasts, or you can find it on all your favorite audio platforms. Also, we're going to do a post-game show after this podcast, but it's going to be delayed by probably 10 minutes because I got to put it together because I'm podcasting during this game, whatever. So, and then tonight we've got Max Goodman coming on at 8:30 p.m., Yankees beat writer, and he's going to be on to talk about, what we've seen from the Yankees this season. So get your questions ready for that. Go ahead and set your alerts. and obviously a busy day here on NYY Recaps. So thanks for tuning in. Again, follow We're the Dudes. That's our other podcast.
Dudes.
We do a podcast either, every week or every other week. It's mostly about movies and stuff. A lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about during today's watch party. So thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. All that good stuff. And commercials should be wrapping up right about now. Justin Verlander pitched pretty good last night, it looks like. Six innings, 2 runs.
That dude is still going, man. Like he's
mid-40s, right?
Yeah, and he's still throwing 95.
Unbelievable. So I was at the library the other day, and I had one of those moments in life. So I went first of all, I wake up on, I want to say it was Wednesday or Thursday, and my internet is out. It's always a great thing, and I work from home and do a heavy, intensive internet job, a lot of uploading and downloading and things like that. So it's always a pain in the ass when the internet goes out. And so I go to the library, and there's this room that's for, I guess it's like quiet work. It's basically, I was the only one in there. I thought I was anyway. And I'm sitting with my back to the door, and I got my headphones on, and I'm just, to me, I'm the only one in there, and I'm in there for hours and hours and hours. I look around, I don't see anybody, and I rip the loudest fart I've ever ripped in my. I mean, it's like 8 seconds long. It's comically crazy, and I go, oh yeah, and then I hear something hit the ground, and I turn around, and there's this like little Asian lady, and she had like dropped her book because I didn't. She was sitting directly behind me.
Yeah.
And I was, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were here.
It's great.
Yeah, it was rough.
I saw this. There was an ad for like, I guess, earbuds or whatever, and like this music playing, and she's just hanging out there. She's listening to her music, and then she farts because like she thinks everyone else is listening to their music, but no one else is listening to music.
That's funny. Apparently, Trump's been farting a lot in court.
Apparently.
That's pretty funny.
Probably on purpose.
So base hit to lead off the top of the sixth. Nestor pitching well. Use a little double play here. Randy Arozarena also off to a tough start, hitting 171.
Yeah.
A lot of guys off to tough starts. I mean, it's
yeah. You don't
early this season.
You don't panic too early on this kind of stuff. You also don't get too excited about someone hitting 400.
Right. Lori C in the chat. Tabor Talk, Robert Ryan. Nestor wearing a big 65 chain. Popped up.
Like, why do you wear a number with like a chain with your own number? Like,
I never understood.
It's like getting a tattoo with your own name.
I knew a guy. So back in 2008, I got robbed. There was this guy. I had roommates, and this guy comes over. He's friend with the roommates, and he had his name tattooed on himself twice. It said Mike on his neck and on his arm. And I saw him 3 or 4 times, over the course of a few months. And every time I saw him, I go, what's your name again? Like, I would fuck with him because I was always making fun of him. I was like, are you afraid you're going to forget your name or whatever? And then one day I got home from work, and my house was basically cleaned out. And it turned out that was the guy who robbed me.
He's like, who's laughing now?
Yeah. He's in jail now, though. So.
No, go figure.
Yep. I got my revenge. I probably shouldn't admit this on the thing, but I'm noted for holding a grudge and my revenge. And about 10 years later, I'm leaving Burger King, and I've got a milkshake. A bloop to right center field. That's a dunk in there.
Hey, getting a third.
I'm leaving Burger King. I got a milkshake, and I see him walking on the sidewalk, up the street, the other end of the street. So I did a quick U-turn, drove right by him, and I said, "Hey, Mike," and I just fucking chucked it right at him and just nailed him with the milkshake.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Sometimes you gotta exact revenge.
I mean, as far as revenge goes, that's not bad.
Insurance actually paid like really well for that. Like, so I got full value for some like old PlayStation.
Yeah,
3
yeah.
or
We
whatever.
get robbed at our old house like one of the first couple weeks we were there. Pretty sure it was one of the people that came in and helped move or whatever. But we got insurance took care of most of it. The one time where insurance makes sense.
Yeah, I ended up doing okay.
Yeah.
Got some new stuff. I was just glad that like none of my
Got
cats
new
got away
Picasso.
or whatever. Yeah, he got my brick of gold, which I promptly reported to the insurance company. You know.
Canseco. Man, he was another one that came to the Yankees. He was the Yankees, right?
Yeah, 2000.
He played for a lot of teams too.
Yeah. So the Yankees claimed him on waivers to keep him from going to the Red Sox, maybe. And
he played for the Red Sox at some point too.
Yeah, and they didn't expect the team to let him go, like to the Yankees, and the team that they claimed him from just did, and so he ended up with the Yankees. He ended up selling his World Series ring on eBay.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
No, it's
Okay.
off the trademark.
Yeah, you could tell by the way he reacted.
He reacted, yeah. You
Yeah.
just like, nah.
Swing was good though.
Have you seen the new jerseys? Like the names are all small. They look kind of dumb, and a lot of them are see-through, and you sweat right through them. I'm not digging the jerseys this year.
Yeah.
So just a reminder, check out our other podcast, We're the Dudes.
Dudes.
I was going to cut a lot of this for an episode, but I'm not sure if we got enough like non-baseball talk because it's been such a quick game.
Yeah.
Haven't
been able to fill the time with other things.
I might just take the whole thing.
We're already in the 6th. Yankees are in a little bit of trouble here though. 2 outs, 2 on. I think Nestor will get out of this.
Yeah, he's at 84 pitches through 6 innings, so he should still be fine. You know, he's good for about 100 pitches. If you get an out here, you can probably get him for the 7th. I'd probably run him back out there for the 7th.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 hitters. If you give up a run here, though, he probably has to come out because he's probably going to throw another 5 or 8 pitches. You know, he'll be at 95 pitches.
They probably have already somebody warming up.
Yep. Sure they do. I'm glad. That's easy ground ball.
Easy.
I'm kind of glad we didn't go all the way up there for this quick ass game.
Yeah, that would have been another one. Like, oh great, we came all the way for this.
Yeah. Although we're gonna have to go back in September. We're gonna have to. I'll take a weekend, and we'll do it right. We'll do a good restaurant. You know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let the chat pick. Pick a nice steakhouse or something like that. Maybe we'll try the NYY steak. There's a steakhouse in center field.
Oh yeah.
We'll hit the team store. We'll get some
gear.
jerseys, some gear.
E-Force.
You have a chainsaw?
No, I don't need one. I don't live around enough trees to. Yeah. I used to live around a lot of trees. We actually just got rid of a bunch of stuff that we had in our shed. It was completely filled to the brim. I was like, okay, we don't need all this stuff.
I have a weed whacker and I have a lawnmower, both electric.
Yeah.
But no chainsaws.
For the size of your yard, electric's good. If you have a big yard, you don't want to go electric.
Yeah. I think we got like a 1/4 acre or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, we had weed whacker. We're getting rid of that because we don't really use that either.
This is a great thing about getting to this point in life, not having kids, having a little bit of money. We pay people to come cut our grass.
We also pay people to come cut our grass because I got a lot of allergies when I cut the grass. Yeah. I used to do it, and it's like I just can't anymore.
My problem is I don't like cutting the grass, so
I didn't mind. It was kind of you can meditate a little bit while you're doing it. Listen to some music. It's exercise. It's not great exercise, but it's exercise.
The Virginian says this game is like the Gray Maddox special. I once saw Maddox pitch a 2-hour game versus the Yanks at the stadium.
And that's back when they didn't have the pitch clock.
Pitch clock, right.
Greg Maddox was the human pitch clock.
So this game started at 1:08. It is now 2:21. So an hour and 15 minutes,
something
basically?
Like that, yeah. And that's with all like the inning changes and stuff. I mean, like it's just flying,
to get
man.
through the top of the 6th.
Yeah.
This game really could end 1-0. It feels like.
I feel like one of these teams is going to break through.
Just 2 hits for the Yankees.
Oh, that was right on the corner.
I tell you what, I could go for a nice little upper deck home run right here. I'm calling it. Hanging, breaking ball, upper deck.
For Austin Wells?
He's got massive power.
Bold prediction there.
When he hits them, they stay hit.
I'm sure, yeah. That's the when he hits them part.
Yeah. Come on. He needs it.
Nope.
Caught looking. Eflin's only got 70 pitches. Jeez. He is dealing. He's not that good.
He's not. They're making him look good.
Yeah.
He's pitching well today, though. I mean, he's not that good, but he's finding his spots. He's throwing good pitches.
On any given day.
You know, you got guys that throw no-hitters that you're like, well, how did you throw a no-hitter, dude? Like David Wells. How did David Wells throw a perfect game?
I mean, he was on that day. I watched it.
He was on something.
Yeah. He said he was half drunk. He did SNL the night before. But he was hitting his spots perfectly whole game.
It's just, you know.
69 watching. Nice.
Oh, hey. I don't get it. What? Wow. Another strikeout for Eflin.
This is ridiculous.
He is just like ridiculous.
Nice catch by Soto last night.
He was 16-8 last year, Eflin. That's decent. But wins are interesting for pitchers. Win-loss records. Because that doesn't really tell how good of a pitcher you are necessarily, right? I mean,
Soto rips it down the line. Stay fair. There it is. Ground rule double.
Oh.
Second hit of the game. Soto's on fire.
Soto's ridiculous.
If only somebody else could hit. But now you got a first base open with Judge coming up. You don't have to give him anything to hit again.
Oh, you just walk him. Got a base open?
Yeah.
I mean,
they're not going to walk him. They're going to throw him slider after slider after slider.
You're okay with walking him, not like intentionally walk him, but like
right, the unintentional intentional.
Yeah. And he's got to know that going up, so he's got to not chase stuff. He hit that he pulled it, but he was still back.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to his hands.
Yeah. He's got really great mechanics here.
Yeah.
Good lower half, balance.
Because he was late on it, and he still ripped it down the line.
Judge 0 for 2 hitting 184. Big home run right now would electrify the crowd.
Yeah, crowd's a little silent.
Sitting on their hands.
A little quiet right now.
I told you, they're just going to low and away from him this whole at bat. Watch.
Yep.
But they make a mistake. You hang one.
Oh, yeah.
You hang one. He's going to be ready.
I have a feeling if they hang one, he's going to try to jump on it and pop it up or something. That's the way his month is going, right?
Let's go. Come on. Oh, there's that inside pitch I was telling you before.
Yeah, and you know he's going to swing it there because he wants them.
Yep. Now he's thinking, all right,
but you got to go way inside.
Coming back in, yeah. So now you go back away.
Well, he knows he's not going to come back in. He knows they're going back away with him. But he's ready to jump on the inside ones.
There it was.
And it was a slider because they want him to think, I got a chance for this, right?
How many strikeouts does Eflin have now? Jeez. 3 strikeouts for Judge. Continues to be off to a slow start.
Yeah.
But there's still some game left. You might get one more bat.
It's like I feel like when these guys get in these slumps, they're thinking way too much about, because we're talking about, he's thinking about inside, outside. They just need to see the ball hit the ball. Like it's not like Eflin's throwing super hard.
No. He's hitting his spots though.
Yeah.
Subway. I'm hungry. I could use some. I went and got Mickey D's this morning. McDonald's.
Solid breakfast.
They got some decent breakfast. So I got bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits.
Biscuits are solid.
Sometimes I'll get I'm not a big breakfast guy anymore. I used to love breakfast, but
I love some breakfast, man.
I tend to not eat between like 6 p.m. and noon. So like I'll have dinner and then I won't eat until the next day at lunch, and that's kind of like my intermittent fasting or whatever.
Yeah.
It allows me to eat junk and still not be like disgusting, so I'll have, but then like between the hours of 12 and 6, I'll have like, hamburgers or spaghetti or whatever. And
hamburgers and spaghetti. You should put spaghetti on the hamburger.
Well, I do. Meatballs. What do you think meatballs are?
Well, that's true, yeah. But they don't get a bun.
They're all the same thing, like bread and meat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I love me some breakfast. You ever had the breakfast burritos at McDonald's? Those are
Yeah,
solid
they're
too.
not bad. I like breakfast burritos in general, but I like to make if I'm making a breakfast burrito, I like to do it at home.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely could do better
Yeah.
at home with most things. But then it takes effort and time. There's a local biscuit place. I don't know if you've been there. Rise.
Yeah. I don't know.
Solid.
Somebody
Get several.
says, has the MLB finally figured out Judge? Guys, it's a slump. It's so easy, like when you're struggling, to look like you're never going to hit again. And then when you're hot, it looks like you're never going to make an out again. Like, be patient. Come on. How many times have we seen people have slow Aprils? Jeter hit like 190 in April one year and then hit 340 for the year. It is a long season.
I mean, you also got to realize the entire team is struggling. I
Yeah.
think they got 2 total hits.
Right.
3 now with Soto. Soto's the only one hitting the ball right now.
Yeah.
Like, and that just is a testament to how Eflin's pitching. Like, Eflin is just, he's dealing.
In general, I'm in favor of Soto hitting in front of Judge if Judge is right. But right now, it might not be a bad idea to put Judge in front of Soto.
So
and
you
get him
can't
some
pitch around it so
protection.
much, yeah.
Right.
Like, Rizzo's a decent person to put behind it. I mean, Rizzo's
Yeah.
solid hitter too, but yeah.
Popped up.
Yeah, popped up. Reach for that one.
I can't believe it's the 7th inning already. My post game is scheduled for 4 o'clock. That's an hour and a
getting
half.
early day for
and
you.
it's like 15 minutes.
You got a
away.
lot of time today.
Frankie, the highlight guy, having an easy day.
Yeah. Maybe they should trade Judge for Jackson Holiday.
Yeah.
Nice young prospect there.
It must be a comfortable day. Like, both pitchers look really comfortable. So I bet it's like 80 degrees.
Oh, yeah, probably feels great. Oh,
That's a meatball.
how do you lay off that one? I guess it's easier for me to say that being here.
Yeah.
Sitting here on my fat
92, you don't have a lot of time.
ass. I mean, 92 is not terrible. I mean, like, it's not like he's throwing 99. Yeah, that was another meatball. That was a hanger.
Yeah, it was a hanging cutter.
That guy's not seeing the ball well
92
either.
pitches. I feel like he's getting near the end.
Yeah, it's about done.
One and two count.
Adjust my batting glove so I can swing and miss again. He wanted that one. He was
I would kill for like a nice big steak right now, like a juicy New York strip. You a steak guy?
I like steak, yeah.
Do you marinate your steak or do you just go?
I go straight up with the steaks.
Salt
I don't
and pepper?
marinate. Oh,
Yeah.
that was not a strike.
I'll take it. Ninth
I mean,
strikeout.
good for you guys.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not a strike.
So, salt and pepper at least.
Definitely salt and pepper or like the Montreal steak
Yeah.
rub. But, yeah, I'm kind of a purist, man. Like, I like it just kind of just.
I can do it either way, but I prefer like a nice thick steak. Like if I had to make it myself, I would marinate it. Garlic and herb marinade mixed with a little bit of teriyaki marinade, about 75% garlic and herb, 25% teriyaki. You let it sit for like a day in a bag, and then cook it medium rare. Oh, the juices, unbelievable.
They have there's this place in the area called the Butcher's Market, and they have
Yep.
marinated steak tips.
Yep,
That are solid.
good pitch.
But yeah, I like a nice ribeye. One time I got a gift card to that place, and I got one of those dry aged steaks.
Mm.
It was good. I don't think I'd splurge again to get it because I mean it wasn't so good that I need to have it again because they're expensive. But like, it's an interesting process. They just basically like let it sit out and rot. They cut off all the rotten parts.
Yummy.
Delicious.
1-2 pitch, 99th pitch of the game, outside. I got to think that the end of the line is coming up in one of the next couple of
Yeah.
batters. He's not going to let him get much more than
I don't
100.
think he's coming out in the 8th. I think
There's no way.
Yeah,
The question is whether he can finish the 7th.
Well, if they get a hit, he's
if
gone.
he gets a hit or walks him, I think they're taking him out. Pretty efficient.
Yeah.
19 pitches in the 5th. That one.
He has given up, 6 hits?
Yep.
But again, nothing really hit hard.
Still throwing 93. Now's a good time to do that shimmy, like throw their timing off and maybe drop down sidearm. That's what I would do right here. There it is.
Oh, my God. That was way more a strike than that other one they called. I guess this is like the makeup call.
94 inside corner at the knees.
Right at the knees.
Austin Wells
framed it pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it was low.
That's one where you challenge it. That's where you challenge it right there.
You might lose that challenge because he wasn't quite. I mean, I guess he was touching it. All right.
And of course, deep. Oh, nice play. That scared the hell out of me. I thought that was gone. 7 shutout innings for Nestor Cortes. Yeah. It's going to be an easy recap.
Yeah.
I mean,
he came, he saw, he pitched.
Yeah, Nestor pitched good. Soto had 2 hits. Judge didn't.
Judge did not play well. Volpe didn't play well.
Packed house.
Wells still struggling.
No walks for Nestor. That's pretty good command.
Yeah.
Dude, I keep yawning. I must be tired. I thought I slept good last night. But
probably bored.
Maybe.
Although yawning is actually not a function of you being tired. It's a function of your oxygen.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not used to having other people in the room.
I'm taking all your oxygen.
You're taking all my oxygen. That's where that comes from. He sucks the air out of the room.
That's right. Put this guy in. This guy needs a pitch.
Yeah.
Alfred Goodman.
Isn't that crazy, like, how often people used to have to go to war, like, for, like, years at a time?
I know.
Like, I can't imagine just, like, one day you get drafted. Like, you get a letter in the thing.
I mean, you got to leave your family.
You're going to Germany for the next 3 years. I wouldn't be good at war.
I'd be pretty bad at it.
I'm not a hero. I'm the guy that stands in the back and makes fun of the hero's shirt. Like, that's...
Yeah.
I'm not the hero.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
All right, we need a late rally here, Yankee fans. They used to have a different version of God Bless America that would play. But then they found out that the lady who sang it was, like, super racist back in the day and, like, had songs about, I don't know, black people or whatever. And
oh, there you go.
You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Here's your boy.
So that was the end.
David Wells.
David Wells. I am not reading this.
Not reading what?
Oh, David Wells. Like, the way he was delivering lines, you could tell he was reading it.
So Joe went to Vietnam. Man, those were tough times then. Like those guys come back from the war and like they were not appreciated.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad we generally don't have to. You know, we don't get drafted or anything.
Yeah, they got rid of the draft. I mean, I think
we're at the point now in our lives too, where like if there was a war, we're too old. Like we missed that. You know, if there's a war here in America, like if it comes to us, we might have to fight.
There's a benefit to being fat. Like, oh, I can't fight because I would just drag you down.
I'd be one of those guys who moves the pieces around on the map. Like if we go to here and we get to this and there. All right, we got Rizzo starting things off. No, or did Rizzo? Who made the last out? Was it Judge or was it Rizzo?
I think it was Rizzo.
No, it was Judge.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
3 hits allowed for Eflin, 6 Ks.
Colin Poche, maybe. 4.91 ERA.
Yeah, it's tough with relievers though. Like high ERAs
Yeah,
don't tell
only
tell
7
you
and
much.
30 innings. That's not a big deal.
You really gotta look at K to walk ratio for
Rizzo
those guys.
popped up. I like to look at WHIP, walks and hits per innings pitched,
Yeah.
because that'll tell you how many base runners they're going to allow generally.
Yep.
You know.
But even this early in the year, 8 games, I mean, that's still
That's
not telling you much.
yeah.
Like, you had a bad inning. Like, with a reliever, you give up a couple runs in an inning, and it's like your ERA is trash now.
Right.
That could have been a strike. Pretty close. Ooh.
Verdugo takes a strike. If he knew that was, like, if he recognized that earlier, he probably could have turned on that. That was kind of a hanger.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
Ugly swing.
he's got-
Verdugo is so strange because sometimes he looks great as a hitter and sometimes he's just awful. Doesn't always hustle.
Yeah.
Pretty good defender. Like
He was decent in Boston, though.
You could tell he's a solid player,
Yeah.
but not a great player.
I mean, sometimes that's all you need, though, is just a bunch
Yeah.
of solid guys and a couple stars, right? I mean, once
Well-
you start paying all that money to the stars,
Yeah. Well, last year they didn't have any left-handed bats, so I'm just glad, and they didn't have any real outfielders, so I'm glad
there's a hit.
There's a base hit to right field.
Just threw your
Third hit
hands
for the
out.
Yankees.
that was just to protect the plate hit.
Yep. Wearing Gary Sanchez's old number 24.
The Sanchez.
That didn't work out.
No, it did not.
He was
Didn't he
great.
go to like Minnesota and then like actually did pretty well?
He did okay.
Yeah.
He did all right. He went to San Diego last year and did pretty well.
Yeah.
He's with the Pirates now. Here's John Carlo.
Who was the other guy that went to the Pirates? There was another catcher for the Yankees.
Cervelli went to the Pirates for a while.
Yeah, Francisco Cervelli.
That was a while back.
Remember Jason Kendall?
Yeah, I remember Jason
He
Kendall.
was solid until he broke his ankle in half.
Xavier Nady.
Oh, yeah.
John Carlo is dangerous here.
He is. He's facing was it lefty, right?
Yeah, facing the lefty.
Should be able to see the ball coming pretty good. Now the question is, he's going to get a lot of off-speed stuff, I imagine.
Yep.
Can he hit it? Oh, got
First
a
pitch,
fastball, first
fastball.
pitch. Low, though. He wanted him to chase it.
Yep. 3 for 40 as a pinch hitter in his career.
Oh,
That's
my God.
not good.
That's not.
I
Well, it's hard. Being a pinch hitter's hard.
Yeah.
Man. Like coming off cold off the bench, especially when you're used to like coming like playing every day. Like,
Yeah.
2 fastballs to start off, but just nowhere near the zone. I think those are purpose pitches. I don't think he was trying to give him something to hit there.
I'll take a pinch hit dong, though.
But you would.
Ripped
Oh,
right at
nice
third.
scoop.
That's a double play.
That's a nice scoop. You
God.
know what? I mean, it's double play, but
Ugh.
that was a good rip. Just a great play at third. He hit it hard.
I tell you what, guys, it's not looking great for the Yankees offense today. And Nestor's going to be out of the game, so we got Luke Weaver coming in probably.
Ooh, Garrett Cole bobblehead day on May the
Yeah.
4th.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you. He's
Yeah.
wearing like a Jedi cloak or
I
whatever.
see that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's clever.
I use kind of a version of the Imperial March as my intro music for the podcast. I had somebody kind of tweak it to where it wouldn't draw copyright stuff. It's, yeah, Evil Empire type stuff.
Got another Worrying about Judge posts there.
Yeah, constantly. Yep.
I mean, again, you got to worry about everybody at this point. Nobody's done anything today.
I don't
Nestor.
worry about anybody until they get 100 at bats.
Yeah.
100 at bats.
Even then, you don't worry. I mean, you get, what, 600 a year at some point?
That's not... worry after 100, panic after about 300.
Yeah. I know that when and I'm not like, a major league player, but even in softball or whatever, like, it takes me about half the season to kind of get into rhythm.
Yeah.
Right. And that's with the ball coming at you like at 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Right. Like, baseball is not easy. And, seeing the ball, timing it, seeing pitches, right?
This guy was like the Juan Soto of softball, slow pitch softball, with the way you take pitches.
Yeah.
Like you would walk more time. Like
I walked a lot.
You walked a lot. Like I maybe walked one time in 10 years. That wasn't like intentional or whatever. Playing softball because I was up there to hit. I wanted to mash.
I mean, I want to hit too, but I'm not going to swing at trash.
Right.
Right. And you get a lot of trash, especially when you hit the top of the lineup, and like you end up popping up. And what I hate more than walking in softball is popping up.
Yeah.
Because that is embarrassing. Popping up to infield or whatever. Like, come on, man. Base runners, man. You got to get men on base. It's softball. It's still men on base.
I would hit a lot of hard ground balls right at the shortstop. Because, if I didn't... In softball, I was a pull hitter. In baseball, I was an opposite field hitter. But in softball, I would just try and get that leverage and just try and get it in the air and crush it to left center.
I always try to go right side because they usually try to hide their bad fielders.
Yeah.
There. And you get one past that right fielder, man, you're home.
My
easy.
objective was to make the fielders irrelevant. Have them go pick it up in the parking lot. Luke Weaver in the game.
2 strikes or 2 good pitchers. Not strikes, but 1 strike.
It's got an interesting delivery. Pretty much no leg kick, kind of like Yamamoto.
Yeah. That's good for when you get runners on.
Yeah. Verdugo shifted over to center field. He doesn't play center field a lot.
Yeah.
This one worries me. Yandy Diaz swinging the bat good today, 2 hits.
He's a solid player, man.
And he's a power threat. And against Luke Weaver, I don't love this matchup. If the Yankees lose 1-0 and get like 3 hits, I might cancel the post game because we've already done 3 hours and there won't be anything to really recap. So
solid 96, the bottom of the zone.
Yeah.
Has some good movement on it too.
He doesn't typically throw that hard. His velocity's up a little bit this year.
Oh,
nice.
Fooled him.
2-hopper to Volpe. Throws a nice, easy throw to first. 2 down.
Completely fooled him.
Dude, it is an hour and 30 minutes, and we're in the top of the 8th inning. This is one of the fastest games I've ever seen.
Canseco was the trivia answer.
Yeah.
The Devil Rays.
His arms were big.
Yeah.
Steroids will do that. They're a hell of a drug.
He was my favorite Jose Canseco play ever was the one where he was with the Rangers, and he tried to field a fly ball.
Bouncer off his head.
Hit his head and went over the fence.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
And to me, that's Canseco's career in a nutshell.
All-time blooper. Yep.
I loved Canseco when I was a kid. I was an A's fan. He had joined the 40-40 club. I was like, yeah, Canseco, McGuire, the Bash Brothers. And then, like, you find out they're all on steroids. Like, man.
Yeah. Lori C says, time to swap Judge and Soto in the lineup. It might be. Like, I was staunchly against that when the season opened up, but you got to do something to stimulate Judge getting pitches to hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, didn't they have him batting leadoff at some point last year?
During the 62 home run season, he hit leadoff for like the last 2 months.
I know he's not hitting great.
Yeah.
Maybe give it a try, right?
Yeah, typically you don't want to walk the leadoff man, especially in front of Soto, on Soto, so maybe he'll get more pitches to hit. I don't know.
This
was a bomb that Canseco hit upper deck at Old Yankee Stadium. This is not done very often.
Powered by steroids.
Yeah. There's a video on the internet of him hitting a softball with a metal bat. He hits it 1,900 miles. He hits it like over a parking lot and on top of a school. It's insanity.
I remember for a while he was playing in an international league or like Ricky Henderson did this too. Like they played in like these semi-pro leagues.
Yep.
Because they just couldn't stop playing,
Right. Yeah, I played against a few guys like that. I played against Andres Galarraga.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I played against Elliott Johnson. One of the last outs I ever got was against Elliott Johnson, who was on the 2015 World Series team for the Royals.
How huge was Galarraga?
Big. He was very
He's
big.
a massive dude.
Big cat.
Yep.
That's what was his nickname. Good pitch by Weaver. 96
Just threw it right
to get a
through-
Rosarena,
right
who's
through
also
that.
Rosarena's having a tough day too. I mean, we watch these games through the prism of Yankees fans, right? So we notice our own players are struggling, but there are players all over Major League Baseball that are struggling. Like Acuna just hit his first home run the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets off to different starts, and it can be frustrating to see somebody like Judge not hitting, but it's going to happen. So, especially as the pitching gets tired over the next couple of months, like you start to thin guys out. Weather gets hot.
I wonder if being so bright and sunny has an impact on how you see the ball.
It
is a glare, right?
affected Josh Hamilton. Josh Hamilton didn't like to hit in day games.
Yeah.
He blamed it on having very blue eyes and also doing lots of crack.
I mean, there's something to that.
Yeah.
Although it could be argued that it could be a performance enhancer.
Yeah. Did you ever play against any professional players?
I've played some basketball, like pickup basketball against some pros. Like I went in Cary, North Carolina. I went to the gyms, and T.J. Warren was there.
Okay.
And T.J. Warren's like a 6'9" forward in the NBA, and like he wasn't really trying. I mean, if these guys try, they're going to destroy you.
Yeah.
At State, Chucky Brown used to come play there. I remember watching him play against a guy, and these guys would all talk trash to him because he's a former NBA player. He's kind of older now, and like he would get tired of it eventually, and then just like drop step and dunk on him.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people understand. Like you see a pro athlete, and you're like, oh yeah, that guy sucks. He's terrible, right? Yeah. If you ever played against one of these guys yourself, they would just demolish you.
Like if they really try, like they really turn it on.
And even when they're not trying, it's just so easy for the college players too. D1 players, like same thing, man. Like they're just next level to you. Right?
Like to dunk is not a big deal to them.
It's not even just the dunking. It's like easy shots. The defense, because they're so much bigger and stronger and taller than you. Baseball, same way, man. Like Mike Petrasca, right? I mean, throwing 95. This guy was not a good MLB pitcher or minor league pitcher, but he was a really good rec league pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of like over the years, like I can never sit there and say, man, that guy sucks. He's terrible. Because, for MLB, maybe he's bad, but for making the MLB, making it at all, takes a lot of talent. It's interesting to have these guys. I guess they call them like triple or quadruple A, 4A players.
Yeah,
they're just like tearing it up in AAA, and then they come to the majors and just struggle. Oh,
nice play. That's a nice play.
Oh, he got him.
Yeah, that's just tough luck. I should have been base hit, but hey, you tip your cap on that one. You say,
good play. As I was saying, the Stanton play, right? I mean, he played the shift. It was like just over the bag.
The Rays are good at that. They don't have the money to go out and get big time stars, so they got to play good defense and pitch well and shift well and scout well.
Pop up. Nope, out of play.
If Jahmai Jones hits a home run, like to basically win the game at this point.
I mean, that'd be awesome for him.
That'd be awesome for him, but I don't have a picture of him, so he wouldn't be able to win my player of the game.
You got to like have one of those like silhouette pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, Nestor's the player of the game.
Yeah, I think so. 7 shutout innings.
Yeah.
What if this game just goes until the end of time? Just no one ever scores.
That sounds awful. It was the longest game, like what, 27 innings or something?
33 innings.
33 innings. Lasted over 2 days. It's like a cricket match.
Yeah, cricket matches, they go on for
They
like
do.
days, weeks, whatever.
I mean, I've watched them before. I don't understand.
I don't
I
get it.
don't. I wish I did.
I want to learn about some of the Olympic sports that we're gonna see. Like we probably won't see the shuffleboard stuff in the Summer Olympics, but like the curling or whatever it's called.
I do understand curling.
Okay.
Curling's like it's like kind of like a lethargic kind of like sport. It's very calming. Like they're just basically sliding a stone. It's like shuffleboard that you play in the bar. Those little tables.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get it close, right?
Like paper football.
And they have like the little brooms. They sweep. Yeah. They sweep.
Did you ever play paper football?
Yes.
I love that, man. I wish there was a professional. There might be.
There probably is.
I would have been good at that if that was an option. Like if I could get a scholarship for that, I would have.
Have you ever seen the new sport that's like basically you stand across from a dude and you just slap the shit out of each other?
Yeah, that's just that. Yeah,
that's like the worst sport ever.
Yeah, slap fighting.
And like, I've seen the guys get hit, and like I saw one guy who like after he got hit, and like I think that guy's done.
Offense struggling. Clay Holmes warming up. I don't feel confident Clay Holmes coming in next inning.
I feel like you'd rather have your offense struggling than your pitching, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like over. I mean,
Wells isn't even on the interstate. They say like a 100-something batting average is the interstate. He's on like the country roads now. 091.
The Mendoza line.
Yeah.
Was it Manny Mendoza or something?
Oh man, Mendoza line is way above him right now.
Yeah.
And he had such a great spring. It's just a shock to me. He's got a good swing. Lori C, great comment, says, it's hard for a rookie to be a backup. I agree. Because you got to get regular bats to get used to Major League hitting.
Well, this is the quadruple A conundrum, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they hit every day in the triple A, and they do well, and they come to the majors, and they play sporadically.
But the thing is, though, I think that he would hit if he was playing every day. But they have another catcher who's like a platinum glove winner, so they want to get him in the game. And
yeah.
Good at bat. I mean, drew the walk.
Good at bat. Got walk, yeah. Terrible pitches there. Last two pitches were awful.
Wells actually steals bags. Like, he stole 55 straight bags from college through the minor leagues. He stole one the other night. Do not be shocked if he steals right here with Volpe up. Volpe had a go-ahead single last night. He's a contact guy.
Hit and run.
I wouldn't hit and run with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I would steal, and I would steal right now. Because even if he gets thrown out, then you lead off the 9th inning with your leadoff hitter, right? And then Volpe, it's like Volpe, Soto, Judge.
Yeah.
Which is like, about what you want typically with if everybody's, hitting. But 0-1 might be a breaking ball here. I'm stealing. If he was stealing, he would have made it.
Yeah.
Breaking ball in the dirt. A lot of people were mentioning that the Yankees are standing far away from the plate. That does seem to be a thing. Like, they're standing further away from the plate now than they were before. Maybe they're trying to avoid getting busted inside. I don't know what's up with that, but
it does make it hard to protect the plate on those outside pitches.
Yeah, you can't protect those outside pitches.
No.
But it also might help you lay off of them because they look so far away and they're breaking away from you.
Oh, as a hanger. Missed that one. Oh, good scoop. Good scoop.
So we're going to go to the 9th. It has been less than 2 hours. We're at an hour and about 48 minutes, something like that. And we're going to the 9th inning. This is wild. So this kind of watch party I like, though. I would prefer the Yankees were up like 5-0. But
yeah,
I could deal with a quick 2-hour watch party.
Not a lot going on there. This is one of those baseball games where people who say I don't like baseball.
This is why.
Yeah. Like, oh, there's nothing happening. It's boring and blah, blah, blah.
Volpe, 1 for his last 18. Yikes.
Yeah. Have you seen Only Murders in the Building?
I love Only Murders in the
show.
Building. Yeah, it's a great show. I'm halfway through season 2.
There's a new season coming out. I forget who they have it on next season. It's like another big name they're having on it.
Yeah. I forget who it's supposed to be.
They had Meryl Streep on, or no, was it Meryl Streep? Was it Meryl Streep last season?
Yeah, at the end of this, yeah. I mean, it can't be hard for Steve Martin or Martin Short call you as a famous actor. You're going to take that call.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I've been plowing through the Curb Your Enthusiasm seasons.
God, I love that show.
I've never seen all the seasons.
Pretty good. Yeah, the last season has a lot of guest stars.
Well, I mean, I'm in season 4, and they got a lot too. They're doing the Ben Stiller, David Schwimmer.
Yeah, every season there's famous people.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Mel Brooks. There's a season with Jerry Seinfeld and the whole cast.
Yeah. Well, the first couple seasons they had Elaine and George, like so, Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Jason Alexander.
Did you watch the pilot where it's like it came out before the show did, where there's like an hour-long pilot about he's gonna do like a stand-up show on HBO and it follows him around. Yeah, that was good. And they spawned the show from that.
I recently watched the one where he went to the Dodgers game with the prostitute.
Yeah.
He hired the prostitute to use the HOV
lane. That's a very Larry David.
I love how they tie everything together by the end of the season. Like all the side storylines come together. Nice little bender there.
Clay Holmes, we call him Cardiac Clay.
He's an adventure.
Woo. He's got a nasty sinker. 97,
that
98.
Was nasty. That was real nasty. 97 sinker is tough.
Yeah. He's got 0 ERA. Got, I believe, 8 saves.
I feel like if you could throw a 97-mile-an-hour sinker, you should just
throw it
that
every time.
Every time. Don't get fancy.
Like that. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah. Ground ball every time. If you throw it, you don't hang it.
Yeah.
Like, throw it low, you're good.
So we may get a walk-off win here in our first
maybe.
First watch party.
He's talking about when Larry smokes pot with his father. I just watched that episode.
You know what sucked is that Richard Lewis died recently. And
yeah, he was great in that show too.
He died during the last season.
Yeah.
I liked the Funkhauser guy.
Yeah. He was the surrogate in what's that show with Bateman and Arrested Development. Yeah, he's a surrogate, the one that talks for the father.
Yeah.
He actually died recently. That guy did.
Bob Einstein.
Yep. Oh boy.
1-2 count.
1-2 count.
Sinker.
Pound it into the ground again. Just keep throwing it, dude.
99-mile-an-hour sinker.
God, I wish I had a 99-mile-an-hour sinker.
I wish I had a 99-mile-an-hour anything.
Jeez.
My car doesn't even go 99 miles an hour.
Like, having a 99-mile-an-hour fastball is one thing, but being able to put sink on it.
Right. Good pitch.
God.
Nasty sweeper.
Like, you're sitting back because you just saw, like, 2 or 3 99-mile-an-hour sinkers, and you're like, oh, I'm way in front of this now. Watch.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Good luck, man.
All right, so just a reminder, if you're watching the game, there's going to be a slight delay after the game before we get to the post-game podcast, which at this point has 0 highlights.
No, this
we got pitching highlights.
The Clay Holmes pitching right now is a highlight. This is the highlight of the game. This guy has nasty stuff today. He's really working today.
Yeah, that was dirty.
Jeez.
When he can command it, he's difficult.
I mean, like with a sinker like that, you don't even need to command it that well. Just get it in the general area,
right?
Because even if you get a piece of it, it's dropping. So like you're gonna get on top of it and probably pound it into the ground anyway.
Yeah, but the problem is like he'll walk guys. He'll throw wild pitches.
Yeah, I mean
his command can leave him at any given moment.
Yeah. Oh.
Right down the middle.
Yeah.
But still, can't get much on it. It's just difficult. It gets a ton of movement, too, for that speed.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, having a two-seamer that can do that, too, like 99-mile-an-hour two-seamer would be great. Like, just something that can just move and be fast. Yeah, I was too far out. He could have had that if he brought it in a little more. Same idea as the last guy, though, right? Like, they just saw sinkers, throw him a little off speed, get him ahead of it.
All right, so get your predictions for who walks it off for the Yankees in the chat.
Oh. Missed a spot in that one. All right, let's see what he does now.
Yeah, with a runner, I mean, it shouldn't be that bad with just one runner on first. Problem is if this guy steals.
Well, not just that, like, how does he react mentally from this? Like,
he'll be fine. He'll be on. He'll be fine with 2 outs. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you got the 6-hitter up. You just get a ground ball. You got to force it second. You're fine. Problem is if that guy gets to second, then he has to become a strikeout pitcher because with a ground ball pitcher, just a ground ball with eyes, and that's a run.
Yep.
That's why I don't like him in extra innings. We got somebody saying Judge walk off. That would be beautiful. That would silence a lot of haters. I'm gonna say Soto. I'm gonna say Soto. I'm gonna say first pitch or first swing. Maybe not first. He'll take some pitches. First swing of the bottom of the ninth. Juan Soto.
I'm gonna go with unsung hero. Somebody unsung, like maybe like an Austin Wells,
Jahmai Jones,
somebody like that. Just somebody you wouldn't expect.
Ooh, he was stealing.
Hey, he's not stealing. He's just fucking with him.
Good pitch.
He's trying to make him think about it. It's not. He's just ignoring him. He doesn't care. I think they're basically like, I don't care if you steal. We're gonna get this guy.
0-2. Good pitch.
It was.
Just off the. It's not a bad miss.
No. Purpose pitch. Trying to get you to chase it.
Today's Aaron Judge bobblehead day for his 60-second home run, so it would be cool if he walked it off. That would make sense. That'd be one of those Yankees things.
He should, like, if he does, he should bobble his head.
Yeah.
There he goes. Oh, he's actually...
Oh! He came off the bag. Almost got him. Awkward throw by Austin Wells. Watch this. From his knees.
Almost hit.
No.
Almost hit Clay in the head.
No energy behind it.
Oh, no wonder he missed the bag. That sliding glove.
Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, my son's like, oh, I want a sliding mitt. Like, you don't need a sliding mitt. Like, there's no, protect your hand.
Tell him to grip some batting gloves.
Yeah, just get some batting gloves. Just rub some dirt on it.
See, this is what I hate about Clay now. So now you got the guy on second. Can't throw the sinker.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, he's thinking about it. He's over. That's what I'm saying. The mental part, right? Like, he's already thinking about it, overthinking it. Just
throw the 99-mile-an-hour sinker over the middle of the plate and get a ground ball.
Let him get a ground ball.
There it is. Good pitch.
Hey, look, it worked.
He got the call. It was low. It was 98. We'll take it.
He got 2 calls in that because the out one was outside too. But still,
we'll take it.
Because a 98-mile-an-hour sinker is hard for an ump to call.
Yeah.
Which is why we should replace umps with technology.
All right, so you're saying unsung hero, so like Austin Wells.
It's going to be like Austin Wells or one of those guys that just you don't expect.
If it goes to the 10th inning, they got that Manfred runner, so it's somebody like on second base, so it's like the automatic runner.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. What do you think about that rule?
I don't hate it. It honestly it keeps the games from going 16, 17 innings, which is
I think you wait till like 3 or 4 extra innings to do that.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. But here's the problem: pitchers get so injured these days. Like
Yeah.
they want to limit the amount.
Well, to be fair, they got injured in the old days too. They just kept making them throw.
Yeah.
Which is why Sandy Koufax only played like 7 years.
Right.
Did you watch the Wednesday series?
No.
It was good.
I heard about it. Yeah.
I liked it. Steve Buscemi is joining the cast next year, apparently.
I like Buscemi.
I like Buscemi.
He's in final season of Curb. Got an interesting role.
Yeah. I really liked him in what was it, Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
The guy with the list.
Oh, that was Billy Madison.
Oh, Billy Madison, right?
Yeah.
He had the list.
People to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Billy's nice to him. It's like, yeah,
Cross him off.
cross him off. He's also in Con Air as a serial killer.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good movie.
That was.
Cyrus the Virus.
It's underrated. An underrated Nicolas Cage movie.
All right, so I'm going to say 2-0 pitch, fastball, Soto hits an opposite field home run, game over. That's my prediction. I'm getting very specific.
If you get that prediction, you need to immediately go to buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah. I will have already used up my luck, I think. Crowd's got some energy. You can hear the buzz, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a walk-off.
Just because they want to go home.
It's a walk-off. Walk-off on John Sterling Day would be great. Did you get to Crazy Eyes Killer yet on Curb?
Yes.
Crazy Eyes Killer. It's like you don't want the second bitch. You've already got the one bitch. You're like
And then like the subsequent series where he's like hawking up
yeah.
because he can't. He's got the hair in his throat.
Yeah. I got to go through and rewatch. I've been watching a lot of Max lately. I just find their content's really good. And
It's 2-0.
yep, 2-0. But here it comes. Opposite field. They're setting up a way. Here it comes.
No, you get it?
Did I get it?
Did you get it?
Oh, did I get it? Oh my God!
I gotta say, even though you didn't get it,
That's pretty close.
that was really close. Like,
That's why we got a podcast.
I
So many
mean,
people
that's-
watch, man.
that's as close as you can get without getting it.
Yeah.
Opposite field, 2-0, fastball. I mean, nailed it. All right. Here comes Judge. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
It would be one of those Yankee things appropriate, like for Aaron Judge to walk it off on his bobblehead day.
But he still cannot see the ball right.
I'm predicting.
Like he wants to. You saw that.
Yeah, I'm predicting a strike.
And they're not. They're gonna throw him junk.
He's
and
not-
He's gonna
he's-
strike out again.
He's all out of sorts.
This is a 4 strikeout game. Is that the golden sombrero or is that the 3 strikeouts?
Golden is 4, platinum is 5.
All right. Yep, there's 2 strikes. Swung again
Yeah, he's gonna strike out.
because he really wants to win the game. He's in a
The
slump.
amount of hate, like I can't stand Yankees fans who hate on Judge. Like, how much shit does he have to do for us for you to give him some fucking like leeway? Cut the man some slack.
I mean,
All these fucking do nothing.
I would agree with
He's
you.
never done shit athletically.
I would agree with you if he wasn't already 0-2 on some terrible pitch. I think now's not the time to sing his praises. I agree with you, but right now he is looking pretty bad. Oh, that is not where you want to put that pitch. But again, he's not seeing the ball right.
Yeah.
He's late on it.
During, you know,
Oh, that was,
when he's seeing the ball well,
that's gone. Easy.
yeah.
Straight down the middle
If he
hanger.
strikes out, they're gonna boo him.
They're definitely going to boo him.
There it is. I hear some boos.
I mean, it's deserved. It's a terrible showing today, man. That's 4 strikeouts. And, like, he's not even looking close. He's not making contact.
Ugly swing. That's how you know he's like. That's how you know he's gonna be fine. Ironically enough, because he looks so bad. We know he's not that bad.
No, he's not.
He's just in a bad slump.
All right, Rizzo. Rizzo the rat. Wait, no, that's a different thing. It's like Muppets or something. All right. But I mean, it's pretty telling that every one of these Rays pitchers have pitched him the same. Sliders down and away.
Everything.
And it's like, you got to think about it if you're a judge. Like, this is what's coming. You know it's coming. It's happened every at-bat. Lay off of him. Crowd the play a little more.
I still contend in July, nobody's going to even remember this.
Probably. That is a giant chain.
You talking about the pitcher? Or you talking about?
Well, that also, but Verdugo's like giant gold chain.
He wears a million chains.
So dumb.
That's gone. Stay fair. Stay fair. It's fair, but it's not.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you son of a bitch! 2 warning track shots. Christ Almighty.
I didn't think that was gone. That looked like it was high.
I thought he got it.
Yeah, I didn't.
I thought he got it.
I mean, it's a short porch, but
yeah, Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
In the air like that. It's like,
wind's probably not blowing.
now we're going to extra innings.
I want that sandwich now.
That sandwich does look.
I
good,
did
man.
skip lunch. I should eat that. I gotta go home and eat that. I bought sushi last night from like the grocery store, which is always a dicey proposition.
My wife loves that shit. It's like grocery store sushi. I'm not much of a sushi guy. I don't love fish in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. My dad doesn't like fish either. I think it's just a genetic thing.
Yeah. There's a genetic thing with cilantro.
No, I don't know.
Like some people, for them, cilantro tastes like soap.
Kind of like that. People can't tell the like red or was it like blue or gold on the dress on the.
Yeah.
That thing.
Or the people that, if they eat asparagus, sometimes their pee stinks, and other people's pee does not stink.
Somebody says my mic died again.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. Let me take it out. So this cord sucks is what happened.
Is that like an Aaron Judge mic?
It's it's a new cord. So yeah, I've got to get. I've got this cord that runs all the way like under there to the thing. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me now, if everything's good. I'm showing up on the focus right. It's good now. Okay, cool. Yeah, and so like it doesn't clasp great because I've like knocked it, like I've knocked the cord a few times and
Right.
like pulls it or whatever. So like it doesn't have a great connection.
Is it one of those that twists and locks in?
No, it's just got like 3 prongs and you just pop it in, but the thing that you push to pop it is kind of broken off,
Right.
so it doesn't stay in great. So I've just got to get a new cord. That's all it is.
Caleb Ferguson.
This
Not
guy's-
a great walk.
This guy's all
rate.
fucking stiff, and bringing him in with a guy on second base.
That's good. It's good.
Guys,
Bold move, Cotton. See how it works out.
Guys, we're planning on doing a post game, but there's going to be a slight delay today because I haven't obviously built anything. I have 0 notes. Thankfully, there's not a lot going on, so it might just be like a quick thing. But we're going to do a post game. It'll be slightly delayed. Got 99 watching. People tend to tune in for these watch parties at the end. When we have a post game, last post game we had over 1,000 people watching live.
Solid.
Caleb Ferguson, or as I like to call him, Caleb Turd
Ferguson.
Yeah,
Turd Ferguson. That's best Norm Macdonald thing ever.
with O.J. Simpson dying, I've been watching all the old Norm Macdonald jokes. There's like hour-long montages of him just making fun of O.J. Simpson. He got fired for that.
I don't get that. Like,
So that like the producer was apparently friends with O.J. and told him not to do it, and then he did it anyway. So
it's so dumb.
O.J. killed 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh no, he's getting made fun of. His poor sensibilities.
Like, I never understood how it could even be an issue. Like, who else could have possibly done it? Like, he was there. Like, he was in town at the time, like 2 miles away at the most. He was late to get picked up for the airport, after the murders happened.
Ran.
He had...
The Bronco chase,
Yeah,
right?
he ran. He had a disguise.
He had a motive.
He had just bought a knife like 3 weeks earlier that they never found.
He wore these rare shoes.
Bruno Molly's.
Size 12s that no one else has.
And they never found them.
They made
never, whatever.
300 pairs of these shoes, and he had a pair of them.
Yep.
And he lied about having that pair of them.
Right.
And they showed him a picture. Say, hey, this shoe and these shoes. Is like, oh, yeah, I guess I did have a pair.
Not to mention, Ron Goldman's blood was inside his locked car at his house an hour after the murder. How does that happen? Like, was it some like James Bond level thing? Like,
it's being framed. But like in like the whole trial hinged on that stupid glove thing.
Yeah.
Like, if the glove does not fit, you must acquit Johnny Cochran.
It was a mistake to even have him try on the glove because he had arthritis. I know.
They told him not to take his medicine.
Yep.
So
I know. I have arthritis.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
it.
just a
that's it.
bad route.
Oh. That surprisingly got in quick for how bad he missed that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's not great with the way they're hitting today.
And now they traded places. So they've basically got a runner in scoring position now with nobody out. If the Yankees get shut out, I might cancel the postgame. Just a heads up. Just because, there's nothing to really. When the Yankees get shut out, the postgames do horrible anyway. So, and we're doing another podcast later tonight, so we can just cover it.
I like how he stuck his glove up like had any chance.
Yeah.
I've just got to show I've got an effort.
That wasn't the best route.
It was not. He misplayed that one.
Cutter inside. Caleb Ferguson sucks enormous balls. Like, he's just awful. He's been terrible. He's trash. He's a stiff. You can tell right away if somebody's a stiff, and he is a stiff.
Like, I want to know what the thought process is in a 0-0 game to bring out a Ferguson for the 10th inning.
Well, they don't have a whole lot else, right now. They got Ian Hamilton. He stunk last night. He pitched. Wasn't great. It's just they tend to throw extra inning games away for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, Ferguson is just trash.
Boone sucks.
Boone's terrible.
He is pretty bad. That was a good pitch, though. Hey, Siri, go back to your dugout.
You have to be careful saying that word around here because I have so many Apple products that like it'll ping ping ping. Like,
that's a pinch hitter, I think, right?
Oh no, Rortvedt came into catch a little while ago. This is his first at bat though.
Yes.
Former Yankee. Dude's like jacked. He's like a bodybuilder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired. I need food is what I need. Low blood sugar.
Stole third.
Yep.
Wow.
One out. Good time to steal it because now you can score.
Still, I mean, you don't see a lot of third base steals.
Yeah.
He was not even holding that runner on at all. He got a great jump.
Ferguson sucks at everything that you have to be good at to be a pitcher. Getting outs, holding runners, not giving up doubles.
I mean, Wells has got to be a part of that too, though, right? I mean, he's got to see that.
And 2-0. That's probably going to be it.
That's probably a ball game. With the way they're hitting?
Unless somebody hits a home run. Like, I don't see the Yankees putting together a run of hits.
That guy is
And,
jacked.
of course, Ben Rortvedt, former Yankee, beating us.
Hit that off his knee.
Yeah. If we get shut out, I'm going to cancel the post-game show because we're doing that. Doing that show with Max Goodman tonight. We can cover today's game and show all the highlights without having to,
It's going to be a fat, quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be easy highlight show for you. There's going to be a lot of Nestor Cortez pitches. Oh, my God. Seriously, dude? That was definitely in there. I guess when you're missing so bad, the ump's just like, whatever.
I do like the yellow, or is it like green? How would you describe the colors that the Rays have for like their cleats? Some of those guys. Is it yellow?
Like
It's like a
highlighter.
It's like
yellow,
a neon.
yeah. Like a highlighter, like
a neon green.
Yeah. How like could you have pitched Holmes again? Like have him out there for 2 innings?
I mean, you probably could have. Then you can't use him tomorrow. You're also going to wear him out. It's April, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys get paid a lot of money. They got to get outs. You know, Ferguson's got to be able to get outs here. That's all it is.
But I feel like Ferguson's like one of those innings eaters and like when you're getting blown out or you're blown
Well, they
the team
signed him to be like a valuable lefty out of the bullpen. The problem is he sucks at pitching. It's like he's not a good pitcher.
Is that a problem?
Yeah. They let Wandy Peralta go to the Padres. He got the call there, too. That was a ball.
Wow.
Wandy Peralta was one of the most consistent relievers, and he went to the Padres.
I feel like this ump just wants to get out of here now, too.
Yeah. Peralta's got a 0.90 ERA with the Padres.
So to be fair,
innings.
they missed the other call. It was a strike, so I guess it
Yeah.
it makes it even. Oh. Marinaccio. Is he a cherry?
He's awful.
Is he also awful?
He's terrible. Yankees. This is the toughest part of the Yankees roster. Their bullpen sucks.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's caught.
That's caught. It's easy. All right.
Well, if they have a walk-off, it's going to be one of your unsung heroes.
It might be. I don't think I'm going to get as accurate as you got, though. That was
close.
It was close.
That would have been nuts. That would have been viral.
That would have been a walk-off.
That would have gone viral.
That would have. Now you're just like
now I'm just
nobody.
a nobody.
You're
Yeah.
nobody. Well, I mean, always were.
Yeah. I'm extra nobody.
Extra nobody.
Tabor Talk says, bold prediction. Yankees will come back and win. That is pretty bold. I think the most likely outcome is probably a 1-2-3 inning. That's just the way they've been swinging the bat.
I mean, the Rays have been swinging terrible, too, and they got some runs.
Yeah.
So it depends on who the Rays bring in to pitch.
Yeah, maybe they can trade Colin Ferguson over there. Or
Trade him mid-game.
Caleb Ferguson.
Trade him mid-game.
We'll give him to you for nobody. But
Going
you gotta
back out
put him
there,
in the
Ferguson.
game right now. You got to put him.
Look, we'll trade you 2 players.
I said Colin Ferguson. That was the vampire energy from.
It's Colin
or
Robinson.
Colin Robinson.
Colin
That's right,
Robinson,
that's right.
yeah. Energy vampire. Colin Ferguson is also an energy vampire.
Ugh. Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. But overall, did you like that Civil War movie we saw?
Yeah, it was all right. It felt more like a story about journalism.
Yeah.
Because, like, and what I noticed about the war journalists, so the Kirsten Dunst character is very much trying to do it for the right, and all the journalists that are trying, like the older, Sammy, I guess,
Yeah.
they're both trying to do it for the right reasons, which is like as a cautionary tale. The new journalists are almost have bloodlust.
Yeah.
They love it. They love the action. The girl says, I've never felt more alive," and
Yeah.
when she says that, Dunst looks at her like, "No."
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if you notice, like I don't know, I'm gonna spoil it, I won't say it, but at the end, something happens where like it kind of is a commentary on the current state of journalism, and I mean,
Verdugo leading off. Manfred runner on second base is Rizzo. Clevenger in the
gosh.
ground, on the mound.
He does not have as good of a sinker as Holmes, but
He gets a lot of run.
it didn't like move a whole lot, but it was fast. Let's see another one here.
That's nasty
Slider's
slider.
good.
He's got a
Slider's
funky
good.
little motion.
He does.
It's like
It's
a
tough to
little
see the ball coming
hesitation
out.
there.
Kirsten Dunst, I'm out. She actually wasn't bad in this.
I thought she was great.
She was great in this. Like, she wasn't as annoying as she was in like Spider-Man.
Gleyber Torres has been awful this season. A pinch hit home run might get him going. Pinch hit 3-run walk-off shot might be just what he needs. Verdugo's in contact mode.
Fooled him on that one. Got a piece of it, though.
Boom, boom, boom.
Ooh. That had a lot of movement.
I'm not feeling super confident here, though.
I don't know. Ain't over till it's over, as the man would say. Yeah, sinker just doesn't move.
Yeah, it doesn't sink.
No, it's a fastball.
Arby's, we have the meats. Throw it away. Throw it away. Yeah, Rizzo's run means nothing because of that second run that the Rays got. So
Yeah.
what you need there.
But at least you won't get shut out.
Yep. We'll see.
The good news is you'll have to do a post game.
Gleyber Torres, due. He is very due.
Right on the corner.
So what do you think for the next episode of The Dudes? The Lighthouse and Uncut Gems?
I think we should do our, the Uncut Gems in your, I guess
right.
you already covered Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Torres just keeps having bad swings.
Oof.
He looks bad.
That was pretty bad.
That's a weak-ass swing. I mean, you're the tying run. How are you going to take a swing that you don't even finish?
Well, you also haven't played the whole game, and
Right.
you're bringing in the 10th inning, and that's a decent swing. But, yeah, I mean, it's tough to come off the bench and just swing the bat.
Just realized I'm wearing two different socks. It'll be an 0-2.
That's a good
Grounder
swing.
to third. Easy ground out.
Good swing, though. Just not a
He's
great
getting
hit.
booed, too. You're the boos.
I mean, how do you boo him? He's given one at bat.
Yeah, he's hitting 180. He's stunk on ice all season.
He's boo the team collectively. This is a team loss.
Yeah, they're booing the jersey right now.
Cabrera. Where is Oswaldo?
And Oswaldo has been hitting lefty against lefties sometimes, but hitting righty this time. He's not great as a right-handed hitter.
You always want to go with your strengths. So you should always hit what you're worse with, I guess. 98.
I'm not feeling super confident right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is 2 outs now, so yeah. Still time, man.
Yeah, I'll probably do a post game. Just let people vent a little bit. But we'll knock it out real quick though.
Oh my
Be easy
God.
easy to recap without many notes because they just didn't hit.
Straight down the pipe, man. I mean, what are you looking for there? What more could you want right there?
I need Waldo to crush one right here. I need him to man up. Who's on deck? Did they show? Jemai Jones? Well, that might be your unsung hero.
Maybe. It's 3-2 count. They walk Cabrera here.
Ugh.
Or not.
Ball game. Ball game.
Oh my God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with a post-game podcast summary in about 10 minutes. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out our other podcast, We're the Dudes. Justin, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Sorry
man.
that
Thanks for having me.
Was no offense from the Yankees in this one.
It was definitely offensive.
It was offensive.